Indian. They live on reservations. They have Indian friends.
I mean, it's better than not having none at all.
That's your sample.
What I'm saying, do y'all have examples?
We live,
Do
man.
y'all have examples?
Let's go. Let's get live,
Y'all have
baby.
Indian friends?
We back in this shit.
Yeah.
I am actually
So
Native
I'm only
American.
going.
I am Native American.
I'm in a
Grandma
Native
was
American
damn
tribe,
near
bro.
But I'm saying y'all practiced all these rituals
Yes.
and all this that y'all were doing. That y'all
Yeah.
were saying?
Grandma's too.
Yes.
And they get offended.
I haven't.
Yeah, bro. They take their
Trying to get the
they take
table
their
or just
culture
the same?
super sacred.
And that's yours. It's their culture.
Okay, so when a bunch of white people
Yeah.
are pounding the drum and fucking doing the
There you go.
tomahawk chalk
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I
and,
never
and
knew
wearing
that was-
headdresses,
No, just us.
I'm
Just
sure
us.
Indian people are still the fans of the Chiefs. Native Americans, they still have Native American fans.
okay, but it's the same. It comes from the people that actually care about this shit. So when you care about something and you care about other people, you're supposed to listen to what they're talking about and how they experience their oppression. You
No,
know.
that's no law.
So it's like when people are making a mockery of something that they think is super sacred to them, then they want to tell people how they feel about it. Like, you don't need to think of it as a negative thing that, oh, these people want this shit to change. Like, if it changes or not, at least they're trying to change your perception on how you view something that you don't really know anything about.
And for those of y'all who are just now tapping in, man, we're talking about whether the Kansas City Chiefs should change their name. And yeah, that's what we were kind of getting into a heated discussion before this.
Yes.
I don't think it's up to me if the Kansas City Chiefs should change their name.
But you can have an opinion on it just like anybody else can.
But I think if your opinion comes from, I was more oppressed than this person, I don't think that's valid enough to, you know.
I think the more important conversation that we was having before is that are Native Americans as oppressed or have it as bad as Black people in America? And I am on the side of Native
I don't
Americans.
want to even.
I will say it. If somebody has something, if somebody has a land and it's snatched from them and they're forced to have reservations and some sort of like payments and all this
Because white people felt bad.
because they felt bad for taking something that's theirs. Yes, we were brought over here, but
Still ain't feel bad from that.
it's still fucked up. Trust me. But the fact that like that's
think
like
Black
somebody
people are
walking
always in
into
America.
that's like somebody walking into your crib and being like, "Yo, this is our shit now. Go in the room."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's fucked up.
And
to,
there's like-
beyond, you can't even like say like, nah, Black people have it worse. It's like, yo, we have it. It's up there. That's all you can say.
Hey,
It's like
right
it's up
now.
there.
If you look really
Right.
deep
Right.
into
What
it, Black
happened
people
back
used
then?
to be
What
natives.
about right now?
Here's the
Are they
point,
still
though.
getting their land stripped away from them? Are they still running around taking?
Yes,
land?
bro. Yes,
Remember
yes.
that? Remember
Yes, the
South Dakota
pipelines,
shit?
the
Yeah,
pipelines,
yeah.
bro.
Pipelines, yeah.
South Dakota
And
shit
they're
did it.
killing them and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, because there was a
And they're
bunch of
like,
people.
no, this belongs to us. You already took enough.
And when did that
But
happen?
they're still gonna
This was
fucking
like
do it.
last year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
That's
It's been
one
like
I do
example.
remember
it's been
that.
like 4
One
years. or
example
something.
compared to how many people that get
That's
gunned
happened a
down
bunch of
every
times.
day in America
I'm not
because
trying
they
to-
are black.
That's true.
Like I said,
Why,
I'm not
why
trying
do
to.
we have
I come from
to?
that
I'm not
perspective.
trying to
need
compare them.
compare
He
it.
asked the question.
I'm trying to say that
He
they
just
are
said
right
they
there.
compare.
They are right there,
Yeah.
and you can't say,
I never
"Oh,
said
Black people are getting gunned down, so they have it worse than
all I
Native
did was
Americans."
Answer your question with that statement. I didn't say that they
Yeah,
were.
but
or
what? What after that?
I said, what did I asked him? I said, what are they doing now? You answered the question. I just said, how many times have they?
So,
Yeah,
it's
right.
so basically, you're saying there's a statute of limitations on getting your land snatched from you.
No, he said that it happened more than once. I don't know.
I
I'm
didn't say that.
uneducated. I thought you said it happens all the time.
What?
The pipeline and all that shit.
I mean,
Eminent
it's
domain
still
happens
happening.
all the time. It happens in the
It's
city
still
all the
happening.
I don't know.
time.
There's evidence of it.
This is-
And you don't need to
I'm asking
compare it.
questions.
The only
Let me
reason-
clear.
let me
I'm
make
not
some-
educated about that, and I'm asking
Let me
questions.
make something clear. The only reason you need to compare it is so you can have the feeling in your heart of how it feels.
No,
not
you should
not.
compare it all.
The
Then.
empathy.
No,
You
you
didn't even
compare it
let
all,
me
though.
finish.
You shouldn't be able to compare it all. Then.
No.
Because
I'm
you're
just talking
comparing one
about.
extreme to another. So somebody's gonna get offended in that.
No,
Listen.
Okay, what I'm saying is like you, as a Black person in America, you have to have some type of empathy for Native Americans off risk. And you can't say
Because
like,
of the shit you've been through.
yeah, you can't make it. You can't be like
My shit's worse. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Type shit.
It's
That's
like,
your
yo,
attitude right now.
If
Don't talk to them about
if the NFL was like, yo,
I'm talking about. I'm
talking
sitting
about-
right across from you, bro.
Listen, I was talking about a fucking sports name, bro. When we were talking about that.
But that's why they
we were
feel
talking
that
about a
way.
sports name. I'm
That's
not
why
talking
they
about what
feel
what
that
they
way.
were-
The Native Americans that are making these articles, that are writing these articles, getting interviewed how they
This
feel
is what I
about
said
it.
about comparing extremes. That's why I don't like having these conversations. will be.
I'm not comparing it.
Because
I'm not. I'm telling them how
Okay.
they said they felt about it.
So put yourself in the shoes. Okay, put yourself in the shoes of the Native Americans, the Baltimore Africans, the Baltimore African booty snatchers. Like
Those are
it's
disrespectful names. It's the Chiefs.
the Chiefs.
It's not a disrespect.
What about
It's
the knuckle
playing,
draggers?
it's playing with their culture though, and it's not giving.
Yeah,
So you think they're getting? You think the
what you
Chiefs?
say? Appropriating or what would you say?
Cultural appropriation.
How much do you think the Chiefs give
No, I
to
get what
Native
you're saying.
Americans? The organization that's making millions.
I
And millions.
understand.
Honestly,
I was just saying that was a bad example of it because those are names that people say in disrespect. I don't think the Chiefs are saying those things.
It's disrespect when you use somebody's culture and you get and you profit off of it.
So here's the question.
That's disrespect.
But I'm
Okay,
saying,
but what if certain people don't feel that way? What if certain Native Americans don't feel
which
that
they
way?
don't.
I'm saying,
Yeah,
it's
they
gotta be a
Some
toss-up.
people that
It's got to be a toss-up. You know what I mean? So, like, let's say certain Native Americans said, no, I don't feel that way.
Are those Native Americans practicing the actual culture that we are fucking
I don't know. I'm just
Making
I'm
a
just
mockery
supposed to- But my thing is, though,
the people that
But
actually
you're talking about the
about
ones
it?
that are in deep, like powwows.
That's what they do. That's their religion.
Exactly.
That's
sweat lodges.
He's not
They have
talking about the
naming
casual.
ceremonies.
He's not talking about the casual.
I'm not talking about the people that have an eighth of Cherokee in them and get fucking checks for no reason.
okay, but my thing is,
But what
we would
about
have
those
to
people?
we would have to give those people a platform so we can know how many of those people feel offended.
Because
It
they
might be a
wouldn't
small
feel
group.
offended because they
It
don't
might be a small
practice
group
the
that feel
shit.
that way.
Okay, so all right, so
But I'm not
They
saying
benefit
anything.
off- they benefit off of it though still.
Yeah, but
all right, so
only for a monetary gain.
speaking on something wise,
We don't get that.
would you listen to
Should.
somebody or the person who leads the change in America for Black people be dark skinned or be a person who has Asian, white, Colombian, and then they have a little bit of Black in them?
To be honest,
Do you think that changes it if that person's speaking for people?
honestly, it shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
It should, but in some people's eyes, it does.
But does it realistically? Does it change?
For certain people,
It's like people didn't give. There was a crowd of people who didn't give Obama credit for being the first Black president because he doesn't appear to be a Black man.
Right.
He has a lot of Asian descent in him. He's not a full Black man. And there's people who believe that. So when you talk about Native Americans, there's Native Americans who are real Native Americans, not the, like he's saying, 1/8, 1/4. We need to know what they feel about it. Do you feel like your culture being mocked at a football game should be profited? Like it should be profitable for an organization who doesn't have anything to do with you? I think that could be the bigger issue. Is like they're
True.
profiting off that shit.
true. But I think if we start doing that, and again, I'm not here to tell somebody what line we got to draw that, but we have to come to a point where we're like, well, what lines do we draw that?
Why do
If
we
we
need
start-
to though?
Because here's my
Why
then,
can't we give people?
then we
what
got to
they
go
want?
back. Okay, so then we need to go back and change a bunch of shit.
Yeah, why not?
Because it's a bunch of shit that ain't get done right.
Exactly,
it's a bunch,
bro.
It's a bunch of businesses that profited off of slavery. It's a bunch of businesses that profited off of their land. So
And I
we've been
think,
taking a bunch of shit
and I
Yeah.
think
and
there's
changing a bunch of names.
Yeah,
and
shit needs to change, bro. It's been needing to change. That's why she's
Aunt
been the same.
Jemima got out of here a couple months ago. You know what I'm saying? There's
Wow.
all kinds of things happening. Like
Nah, I didn't understand that. Nah,
I fuck
could be
with
ignorant to it.
Aunt
Yeah, I didn't get it. But I could be ignorant to it. You
It's
know what
not. I felt like they were just paying homage to her because, you know, that's
Yeah,
what it
man.
was.
so where's the line at? Where is it paying
I
homage?
guess
And where
that's
is
the same
it?
thing. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. Even it's kind of hard to, like I said, compare because then sometimes it seems like when you're on the favor of one side, it seems like you're downplaying the other. You know what I mean? But it's like Drew said, I guess where do you draw that line at? Because there might be people that got offended by that. It's like, didn't they change like Uncle
Yeah.
Ben's rights or something like that too?
Yeah, they did.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I
Or
never
the-
thought
I
about
think
that. I just
the
hate the
Giants.
rights, bro. Like, I mean, I never thought that deep into it. But again, I can't. That's where the shit gets dicey.
people. You can't speak for the people that actually have a feeling about it.
True.
Or have direct connections to like slavery, like the older generation who has that. Like, oh damn,
Exactly.
the people I know.
Y'all let us know how y'all feel about this in the comments.
And that's
man.
where I was gonna say
Give us y'all voice and opinion.
the older Native Americans have experienced that shit, just like how your grandparents and shit have experienced segregation in some
Form.
fashion. Like,
So, but okay? So that's another conversation in that.
but
That's the
but
older
I'm not
generation?
comparing which is worse.
Yeah.
I'm comparing the feeling of knowing that oppression. No
It's-
matter the scale of it, it's still there, and you can still relate to it.
You gotta have empathy for it.
Of
for
course.
sure. You have to feel that. You have to feel their pain and understand. Like, you know,
But you got to think though
you
too.
gotta get it.
And
It's
that's
just
my bad.
no, you're good. You go.
I think that's where when we get to having these type of conversations, that's where it gets really hard to have them publicly because every group of people has like a crazy struggle. Like every group of people, so it's like, let's say that we bring up that, and then somebody comes out and says, it's almost like when they, if somebody's like, oh, well, what about the gay community? They have a fucked up struggle too.
Yeah.
Then somebody's like, okay, well, what about black people? Then it's like, then it forces you to start comparing them because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this shit is fucked up though. Then it's like, oh, well, you're downplaying this group. You're downplaying how this group feels. It's kind of hard to have it
Yeah.
because there's not a right way
just,
to.
just know when I talk about shit like this, I'm not downplaying anybody.
Yeah.
And the
I
only
try
reason
not to.
the only reason I compare is just to get the the reference.
Yeah, you have to kind of compare, but now
But
I'm
it's
not
not
saying like
which is worse.
y'all had it worse. Y'all
It's
had it
not
worse.
which
It's just
is
like
worse.
y'all, it's in the same fucking ballpark for
Yeah.
real. It's like up there.
I try not to do that, and then it's like, I guess, again, when you having these conversations publicly, people are able to critique everything that you feel or say about it, about everything. Like, cause like right now we're having this conversation. I guarantee there's people in these comments that don't agree with some of us.
Dave Chilling says the Chiefs don't need to change their name; they need to change their logo.
Yeah,
How y'all feel? Y'all agree? Logo.
I agree because it came from the mayor. When they moved it from Texas,
Mayor Lucas.
Yeah, it was the mayor's name was
Oh.
he was nicknamed the Chief.
Oh, okay.
So it was based on that, and then they named it the Chiefs, and then it got branded.
They turned it into Native American.
They were like,
shit.
"Oh, the Chiefs," and they were like, somewhere in these, they fucked up minds. They connected the dots and was like,
Yeah.
"We should brand it after Native Americans."
Yeah.
So I agree. I think
Those
the
motherfuckers
fucking
like
brand it
cowboys
should be
and
rebranded.
Indians.
If you
What if they
change
start-
if you change
Have
the
I
name,
passed
you're
this
gonna
at all?
change the logo.
Okay, but what if
No,
they
you
start? What if they start giving back to those communities? Does that make it better?
Damn. I'm
Like, what if
ass.
the Chiefs? What if the Chiefs like, hey, we're not rebranding, we're not changing our name, but we'll start being more active in those communities.
If they agree, if the money that the Chiefs bring in, if they agree to give some money to the Native Americans, I would look at it a little differently. But if they're straight up just not making it, if they're just making complete profit and they don't do nothing for that community, then yeah, that shit's fucked up.
See,
To
I
me.
think a lot of problems, even for somebody like myself, maybe I just look at it like, or like other people might too. Like when it comes to sports, you be like, damn, it's just sports. But like you said, that shit really could offend a certain group of people. So I also don't want to try to come off from that angle because it's like, for me, I just like, damn, bro, they just sporting names. What if it wasn't that deep, well thought into? Whatever. Like I think sometimes we just
Here, hit
assume
this blunt, bro. Chill out.
Sometimes we just assume people think the worst.
Yeah. It's a kill.
Yeah. Or they try to come from they try to come from a bad spot, I guess. But
Yeah, I think we should fucking go for everything that's fucked up. And just kind of have common sense about things. And if it gets annoying, it gets annoying. But we got to keep changing shit.
Yeah, that's how shit snowballs.
But we can't change history.
We get so
We got
used to things and we don't want change. But why not want change if it's affecting people and they're speaking out about how they feel about it?
Alex
If
Jones
it doesn't
said some
affect
shit.
you,
What Alex Jones say? Hold up.
yeah.
shit's
Alex
mad
Jones
real.
says, Alex
I
Jones
ain't
says
gonna
some
lie,
good
this shit was
shit,
mad
bro.
real.
He does say some
I
real
think
shit.
that from not even just with because he was talking about black people reparations. I just think in reparations period, maybe if we just whatever businesses profit off of certain groups of people, you need to be giving some kickbacks.
That's what I made a status about that one time about how I believe that black people, a form of reparation should be given some type of stocks in the marijuana business.
That would be fire.
Because you know how many families have been broken and the trickle down effect of how much shit has been fucked up for us over that. There's kingpins in jail right now who was supposed to be sitting on businesses and supposed to have dispensaries because they were selling weed at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
Yeah.
That was their business model. They were selling fucking weed. The bigger man said, "Hey, that's bad. It's illegal." Blah blah blah. It doesn't change the fact that that was their fucking business model.
Yeah.
Now you lock them away. You break their families up.
Now
Over
you see-
time, now you see Vice TV. You got motherfuckers, corporate motherfuckers cooking with weed.
Yeah.
What are we doing? How the fuck are they getting that? How are they getting the benefits of that shit? People are there's so many broken fucking families. Shit is crazy.
Is that you?
I think you got music
Okay.
playing.
No, that was him.
Yeah,
Oh, can
I'm
you
sharing
toggle
the
with your fucking charger again? I think it's buzzing.
Oh yeah, just
But yeah, I mean, shit. It like again having these conversations. I mean, everybody's not gonna be right in having them. We just trying to figure shit out. So we ain't saying we right. We ain't saying that we got all the answers. We just trying to help come up with some type of conversation so we can start fixing shit.
He said Tyrese Rating said illegal. They should have moved smarter. I disagree because you give now people these big businesses with billions of dollars
Shouldn't be
they don't
illegal.
have to move smart.
Yeah.
they can be on national television, and they're fucking with weed.
Yeah, that's the thing that is fucked up about it because like with big businesses, y'all basically just hopped in the game when everything's sweet. Back in the day, it was like it's still the same tree, shit like that. Motherfuckers is getting 10, 20. I don't know about life, but they get some crazy.
I mean, I bet some people has gotten life.
Oh,
if you got life off trees, that's nuts.
A lot of people have probably
That's
gotten
nuts.
life off trees.
I'm sure not the first offense, but if you get
Yeah.
you get knocked out back in there.
I'm
got
sure
to
some
go
people have
sell
gotten
again.
life off the first
3
offense.
strikes type shit.
Yeah,
Look at
that was
strike.
that's the crime bill shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 3 strikes and you're out.
3 strikes.
Hey.
Around.
And then what are you supposed to do when you get out of prison after you were making all your money when you sold weed? You get out, it's not, you don't go get a job. You're not. It's not that easy.
Start podcasts.
like
You
that.
have clientele, and you know you can go make money. How it's hard as fuck to be like, man, you know, I'm done with it.
Me wait on my money. I
And
used to get it every day.
it's a trap, and so many people got caught in that fucking trap, bro.
Yeah, because I mean, shit. And when you making good money off the trees, it's like shit. How the fuck you gonna go to a job that don't pay you nowhere near that?
So,
And the money's slow as shit.
man,
So I mean,
man, who's got the answers?
sway.
He does, bro. He's out
Nigga
here.
Sway got all the answers in the motherfucking hats he be wearing them.
My guy Oski, what's the deal, bro?
You.
Bro.
We about to sub you in here in a minute. We
What's
just
up?
wrapping up the conversation.
What you got? Some of that
Alright,
loud
y'all.
back over
It's
there,
been
boy?
real. I'm finna let Oski come into this
Yes,
motherfucker, man. Y'all, you know,
It's been
this
great
motherfucker
having you
episode back. This shit was kind of intense. You know, people been coming at me
Back on
on my
set.
opinions and stuff like that. Hopefully, they don't kick me off the podcast
Hell
again.
no, bro.
No,
that
that's
was,
just what you
No, I'm
get for
talking
getting kicked off
that
the
was
first time.
that was
Put
the
you in
best part,
timeout.
bro. To me,
Put your ass in the back seat, nigga. In the back
I'm gonna buy you a
stage.
Kendrick vinyl, bro. You wouldn't take it? You wouldn't take it?
Hell yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, I was about to
Damn, man, make sure it's damn.
make sure it's damn.
Nigga,
Oh,
that's
it's because he's wearing the black forces.
I got good shit in
Ah.
the city.
That's why he's moving different.
That's a good one to let
I
ride.
see.
Nigga said, make sure it's damn. That nigga's crazy, bro.
No, let me not say terrible. I know you don't like the word terrible.
Bro, you just don't call Kendrick terrible, bro.
It's not that he's terrible, bro. It's just that.
Oh,
I mean, we buy liquor at the same liquor store, so to me, he's a cool cat.
that fucking counts,
I
man.
got a connection.
I'm a Compton cat.
Okay.
Hey man, hey, plug the Raza Talks real quick, man.
For what?
Man, come on, man, jump on here, bro.
So what's up, y'all?
Man,
What's up, man?
introduce what you do, bro.
All right, so everybody knows me as either Avenue Lou or Santos.
Kicking
Been
it.
on
Got Bigfoot over here.
So we do a
Bigfoot,
Raza
yeah.
talk.
What up, Sharonda?
Yeah.
Shout out.
So
SP.
so
SP.
definitely appreciate everything you guys are doing with Raw District. I'm good. I'm a secondhand kind of cat.
yeah.
I'm all edibles, tinctures, edibles, and
I got
anything alternative
I got
that don't
some-
hit my lung.
I got some hot Cheetos. for
But
you.
definitely, no, we appreciate everything you guys are doing, especially on the local music scene, because it's been maybe, if I could count it, it's been like a good half a decade before cats really got it together about organizing and really pushing each other up, right? Like really pushing the music, not so much like the arguments and all the hoopla and the whoop-de-whoop, right? About
Yeah.
what's going on
No,
locally,
we
but really
whoopty-whoopty.
just about the music, like really pushing it up, like putting each other on.
Respect.
Definitely, it's been a while. A lot of people know me because I used to help do a lot of management and the promotion at Azteca. So up on 6th Street on East Side. So
Yeah.
definitely, that's what we try to do a lot with that venue was really open it up for all the local cats. They wanted to do really good music. Like I was the biggest critic there, and I rarely show my face because people hated me being there. Cause I was the one that was like, nah, that sounded like shit.
You
Or
was the one niggas
yeah.
getting shanked over, huh?
nah,
That'd probably be
I
me.
don't know.
If
That
I was
you
in
was
that
the bait-
position.
I was definitely the one that was gonna point out the flaw. Like you might have had a really good track, you might have had good lyrics, but your live game was sorry. And I was gonna call it out. I was like, dude, live you suck.
You definitely
Recording,
gotta just fight
you're
you.
on your game.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? And
Hey,
and honestly,
that's important,
to
bro.
me that was
Yeah.
to me like that was my biggest thing. Making sure that I motivated cats to at least up
Look,
their game
see?
instead of getting
Hold on.
angry.
What? Look,
Yeah.
look. Somebody in the comments already. They got crazy one night in Azteca.
Just one night?
that
You
was
was only there one night? No, but definitely no. What we try to do was really like open it up for anybody that really wanted to be serious about their craft, about their music, and upping their live game. That's all we were there for, honestly. Like, we had our live jazz, we had live Mexican music every other weekend, right? But definitely, like, the hip hop game needed more of a stage than the little pockets that were popping up all over Top City. And we were like,
Still
nah,
does.
it has to be consistent. Yeah, a lot of the artists needed consistency to at least like feel a little bit more encouraged to keep doing what they were doing, or at least think twice about stepping up on stage again to do something that was not popping, right?
You got to bomb though eventually.
Yeah, you do. I did, honestly. I bombed many nights, but I had a stage that I could bomb on.
And the thing
Right.
about
Like,
bombing,
this was my stage. If I sound sorry, nobody loves me, that's cool. I'll sit back in the bar and I'll serve you a drink and you'll love me again. We good.
to bomb, man, people got to be honest, though. People got to be real.
Nah,
And a lot of people ain't that.
A lot of yes, man.
A lot of motherfuckers won't boo you when you supposed to be fucking booed.
Yeah, that's true.
I got
Real quick,
before?
Nets versus Lakers is on right now. Nets is up 17-5.
Yeah. But the
Is,
Lakers are still on the same ownership.
who's playing on the Lakers roster right now?
I don't know.
Is LeBron James in the
KD's
game?
back.
Oh,
That's all that matters.
The irrelevant fact of the day from
Kyrie.
Chris. Man, fuck out of here, bro.
Oh, look at that.
Y'all
Nets
cheating,
and
bro.
four.
So
Lakers
that's
and
my
five.
cue to jump out because I don't know nothing about b-ball these
Nah,
days.
we just fucking with you, man. I just was joking with Drew because he's a
Man,
Lakers fan.
since Kobe's
I'm a-
gone, I ain't
I'm a
watched
LeBron
ball no
fan.
more.
Lakers
my
and
bad.
5.
Let me ask you, what happened to
agree,
what happened to Azteca?
So it's still there. If anybody's feeling philanthropist, I don't know what the word is, but
Philanthropic?
if you got dough, put your money where your mouth is, and let's get these bricks moving.
Hey.
Like
Look,
that's all I
Who's
gotta
trying to
say.
move bricks,
CSG.
alright?
And that is
Hold
not
on,
slang
whoa,
for
whoa.
selling drugs.
Le-
He's trying to move
allegedly
bricks,
moving.
alright?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about them bricks. That's a
somebody,
building. That's
somebody
a
wants,
brick.
We talking
somebody
about
wants to
bricks.
Yeah.
book the
Brick
venue.
and mortar.
Somebody wants to book the venue. How they do that?
How they do that? They hit me
Brick
up.
and Mueller.
That's
Give
what
me that.
785-217-7370. Let's talk.
7370-215.
But make sure you come correct though. If you're gonna have an event, I'm really gonna be about getting all your T's crossed and your I's dotted, bro.
Yeah.
Like you gonna come in with an event,
Got them
you better have
motherfuckers.
your squad ready.
My T's
Street
dotted.
team, audio, all that. Like because this is a
Bring-
like
bring
you
your
gotta
own
think this
speakers.
is
All
a
my
real
I's crossed.
old building.
Capacity.
Capacity. We can't talk about that in the air, but you can make it what you want to make it.
6
talk.
feet apart.
Yeah, let's talk about what you want to make it. But definitely hit me up. We'll see what's up.
Appreciate you, dog.
Let you know. No, I
What's your
appreciate
name
y'all. Everybody calls me Avenue Lou.
Avenue Lou.
What's up?
New Lou.
Yo,
Not lemon pepper Lou. Avenue Lou.
Avenue Lou.
Yeah, I like that Avenue Lou. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to you.
I ain't
man.
leaving yet, but just.
You gonna stand up and do the pod like DMX? Rest in peace.
Hell yeah, this is cool. As long as I ain't bothering y'all, you feel me?
Damn, we never
You
did
said
get,
there's no
get
audio
that
there?
on with Tony.
Avenue Lou, they got audio there.
DMX.
Oh yeah.
They got audio there.
I would say BYOA because they do, but
Bring your
rather
own
if you want
audio.
quality,
Bring your
you
own
bring
audio.
Bring your own
kit.
ass.
Bring your kit.
Bring your own audio and bring your own ass.
Bring your own
We
ass.
got a building you can turn up in, but
So
y'all
the
need
party's
to bring
there?
it. Huh?
You got the parties there? You got the parties there? Alright, but we'll get that
Concerts.
motherfucker back right, man.
Bring it out.
We'll get
Hey,
that
how y'all
motherfucker
doing,
back
man?
right.
Everybody
Put the
share this
stripper
live,
pose
man. We about to get into it.
Yeah,
We about to talk a little marijuana,
You
man.
need to place your spotlights there.
We about to talk about
We
weed.
about to get in depth with it, man.
Everybody loves weed.
How come I can only see-
420
Everybody
coming up,
smokes
man.
weed. We smoke weed.
Hey.
Hey, we love weed. Everybody loves weed.
Love weed.
We like to smoke a lot of weed. Hey, a lot of weed. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, we smoke a
Big
lot of
fatties
weed.
around here, man.
Fat
We're high
dudes.
as hell.
Smoke
Fat
a lot
dudes.
of weed.
Why
What
they all-
percentage of people do you think smoke weed?
Man,
60.
60?
let's look it
Nah.
up. I think we can look it up.
Probably.
I believe people be capping though.
Probably
Think so?
45.
Google,
Yeah.
be, Google be capping?
No, people be capping because
Look
they
it
don't
up.
be telling. You know how some people be closet smokers,
Right.
telling the doctors they don't smoke weed and shit.
You playing a
True
song?
that. Reputation over weed. A lot of people are on that, I think. So
Were y'all honest with y'all
Reputation
doctors?
over weed.
yeah,
y'all told him when y'all smoked and when y'all
Yeah, I
were
was always
sexually
lying.
active and
Well,
shit.
no,
A
well,
long
no, well, no,
drink.
yeah, oh yeah, that. Well, why lie to the doctor? He's
I was
not gonna
lying.
Judge you.
I didn't know
They
I
be
shouldn't
judging,
lie.
bro.
Hell no.
I didn't know I shouldn't have lied.
Why lie? Though? Why? Because you gonna hide some shit and gonna fuck your life up. Fuck around lying to a
Over
doctor.
this trees and this liquor won't.
I was high as hell one time at a doctor's appointment. They asked me if I smoked, and I said no.
I knew you was high.
It's their job to figure all that out, man.
I don't
Can't
know
you-
why I'm having this
Can't you do some type of test on me or something? See, she said I'm a DL smoker, but you're technically not anymore because you just said that. But
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Gave it up.
You're now a high key smoker. What's up, man? You setting up a
Third angle.
yeah.
Nah, just I'm giving it to him.
What's the deal, bro? Shit, what you got going on?
So you think the motherfucking
Oh,
Nets
shit,
is gonna
alright,
take it,
never
bro?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Nah, we all going to Bulls, Ernest,
Definitely Nets is gonna take it, man. They a whole cheat code, man. Come on, now we got James Harden MVP. You got motherfucking Kevin Durant MVP, as we know, and Finals MVP. I mean, they just and they're playing together well. Now, when they all three get together, that's what I want to see. I want to see how impactful and what type of force they are when all three of them are in the mix.
And you gonna feel good about that championship. You gonna feel like, man, we went through a lot. You know, that was an earned one.
Yeah.
You feel that?
No. KD already, he don't feel that, but I don't think that he cares. I think he's one of them dudes that don't care. I don't think he gives a fuck about the whole,
You got headphones?
Huh?
you playing with these people or this or not.
He
I
just
don't.
wants the rings.
I think that he just out there play ball.
Can you hear us?
You know, he ain't got no headphones.
I know. I was asking if you hear it through our headphones.
What's this plugged up to?
And all that electrical equipment that you pulled out over there at Ted's, you ain't got no headphones laying around.
Take gotta
Man.
answer my phone calls.
Hey,
Oh man,
Preston has
down
a
for what,
Preston has a
remember?
white pair
Yeah, I
somewhere.
remember.
We gotta have the headphones.
oh, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. Cause then it gonna sound like we yelling at you and shit, bro.
Right.
Yeah, and I won't know how loud I'm talking into the
Yeah.
mic too.
It's awkward. Hey, what y'all think, man? Everybody tapping in right now. Who y'all got for the NBA championship? I think it's scripted anyway. I think I
You
don't.
can't script basketball.
You
man.
can script it now, bro. You could definitely script it.
I don't think you can, bro.
Yeah, you can.
Man, it wasn't even back in the 90s. I mean, MJ and like the Bulls, they were doing stuff more than just playing basketball. Like you talk about like Rodman, all the stuff that he would do to get in people's heads, like, you know, not showering for like who knows how long, just being crazy. Like, you know, they play mental warfare just as much, and you know, all the times that Jordan was jumping down those referees' necks, like you can't tell me like some of those calls were questionable.
Yeah. No, for sure. I how could they not be?
It's money. You
And
know?
there was proven ones. Like
I think that's when they figured out that they could, how much money they could make. You know, if certain people, if they slightly tilt things in their favor, set games in certain places at certain times, so that you know.
But they always get caught though.
you think
I'm
so?
just saying, in sport history, it's happened a couple times.
Yeah.
Like it's not just crazy people being like.
Who was that ref that got caught up?
I forget his name, but yeah.
Yeah, he got caught up.
Ref
Hey,
got
for
caught
every
up.
one that's been caught, you know, there's like at least 10 times more people that do it that
You
haven't.
think so?
You gotta believe it.
Everything, bro.
Think?
People do try and do everything. We're human.
Yeah.
For everybody that's in jail,
Yeah.
if you had locked up everybody that did the same things that people in jail have done, we wouldn't
They'd
have
have no
nobody
room.
walking around. There'd be no, you know.
There'd be a few. There'd be
Society
like
would
there'd be
be
like
fucked
there'd be
up.
like 86 people
Good
in on
point.
Earth.
There's 86,
There'd be like 86
spotless
people, yeah.
motherfuckers in this bitch.
Mhm.
Like
And the
my
whole
family,
thing.
My family's Roman Catholic. I couldn't go to a church and confess some of the things I've done. So you know,
No, for
Yeah,
real.
anybody that ever did a crime ever, just somebody waved a wand and the motherfuckers was behind bars automatically.
You can see Kurt
Yeah.
Franklin over there.
Shit, there might not be 86, man.
Hey, I'm telling you,
It might be 10 motherfuckers running around this bitch.
sometimes when I be smoking, I be getting a little bit paranoid about like Big Brother shit. Like looking at my phone, just like random things. I'm like, oh shit. Like, do I want them to know this?
You feel
My
like
FBI agent's like,
Yeah.
you dirty son of a bitch.
you feel like somebody's watching you.
Nah,
I'll be having
maybe
that
the
feeling.
aliens, bro. I saw some crazy shit the other night.
I'll be having that feeling also. You saw Alien? Hold
I
up.
saw a UFO.
Let's go.
Said alien, that nigga's like, what? That nigga's
Yeah, I
ears
saw you
perked
at,
up like a dog.
I
Where?
was driving home. It was like 15th and Oak or Randolph or something. I forget what street, but passing like like right through that nice neighborhood on 15th, and I just look up and I thought it was a street light, but it was like way above the tree line, and then it did like,
All right, now tell
you know how like a little kid would draw a tornado and be like
I
start
still draw 'em
small,
like
and
that.
like it did like the reverse of that, like zigzag real wide and came down to a point and then like disappeared before it got anywhere close to the tree line. And I've seen that, like literally saw the same thing like a month ago.
Was it
Before
dark?
that. Oh yeah, it's 1 in the morning.
What
think
was a
it
big
would-
ass firefly?
Or a drone? You think it might be a drone?
Nah, I've seen drones
Were you tripping?
after that, yeah.
Yo, after. Yeah.
I couldn't sleep,
wouldn't?
you know. I was like going to get some food late night because my stomach was kind of messed up that day. So I was like, got the late night munchies, and yeah, I was just like manic after that. I didn't sleep well that night for sure.
That was the first. That was like the first time you seen an alien, or thought you seen one.
Nah, that was like the 3rd time.
Oh shit, you the chosen.
And it,
one.
it's like they always talk about like with like ghost stuff. They say like 3 a.m. is like the witching hour, bro. Like 1 to 3 a.m. Weird shit happens in those hours.
Oh, I'll tell you, yeah, weird shit definitely happens in those hours. Definitely. I be fading in them hours, bro. Going down rabbit holes on YouTube, and
But
bro,
to me,
it's
it's amazing that it seems like that it's always the same people that's seeing this shit.
it's because they're the
What do you mean?
chosen ones.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you
They're
can
the
see it.
chosen.
Do you believe in like
There's only a few.
clairvoyance?
Nate said, "What's up, Oski?"
What up, Nate? Nate Bakes.
Yeah, shout out to everybody
He
tuning
about
in,
to
man.
drop later this month. That
Oski in the
boy,
building.
that boy too talented. Maybe it's because he don't smoke.
It could be.
You don't smoke no weed, Nate?
Nah, he smokes cigarettes, I think.
Oh wow, that's
Oh,
all-
well.
that's
Busting
the
them out,
most
bro.
inside out shit ever.
I don't know. You think about it, like there's probably a lot of great musicians that didn't touch the weed. They were just like drugged out, smoking cigarettes.
On that heroin.
I'm
Makes
sure.
people feel different, man.
But damn,
A lot of
Different
people
strokes,
don't
different
I'm
folks.
not judging. They don't
Look
give
up
a
the
fuck. I
artists
smoke black.
make good-
percentage. Well,
Of people who smoke.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be whack though. Like I don't think it's gonna be a real accurate stat.
Yeah.
So
We
when
Because
just
people be
base it
lying.
Give or
off,
take
yeah.
a few percentages.
All
So
right,
we
let's see.
live
Let's,
based
let's see what they.
what they said.
What are you gonna say? I'm gonna say 34.
Let's see what they think. You think
34%
34%
of the world?
Yeah.
Or are we doing world or America?
have smoked or
Hey, y'all know whose Jeep that is right there? Jeep? Yes. Like right behind my black car.
Probably someone downstairs.
All right.
We doing the world?
You sitting out there for that long?
smoke in America.
America,
We'll
we
go
still in
America
America.
because we don't know nothing.
You said 34%
Smoke weed. I gotta be specific on it.
smoke weed.
there's a lot of things you can
I
say.
mean, think
say-
about all the people that.
Yeah.
We live in
There's a hella-
Topeka. You'd be surprised the things people have told me they've smoked. I'm like, oh, word.
See,
I was
thi-
like, you're wild, fam.
this stat right here
Wow, fam.
says 12% of U.S. adults say they smoke.
hell
See what I'm saying? It's the cap.
That's
U.S.
cap.
adults though.
big
That's not.
I
the
think
same
people
as
are paranoid
everybody.
to answer those.
Even adults, 12?
Motherfuckers under 18.
You in a room with 100 people and
I
12
think a
people
lot of
smoke weed.
people are paranoid
sounds
to
about
answer
right.
those truthfully.
That sounds about right.
I'd give it
Fuck
40.
no.
I'd give
That's
it
still
40.
a lot.
Because think about
12 out of 100 motherfuckers in the room smoke weed. You know that's a lie.
Think of how many of those people are like kids and like people that can't smoke weed.
But
No,
think
all
how many of
adults.
those.
wish they could.
Man, you tripping.
I'm
All
not
adults.
tripping. That's logical.
All
fact.
adults, though.
But think about who gives you those
Yeah.
surveys: your work and your school. Ain't nobody dry snitching on themselves at work or school,
Yeah.
bro.
Or to the doctors, like I said
But
earlier.
I mean, to me, that still sounds
I don't
right.
understand the doctor.
My
thing.
doctor's cool as fuck.
What do you
I've
think? There's
never
more.
been
You think
honest
it's more
with
than
them.
that?
See, you can't
Why?
tell.
You think everybody's
I'm
just
not-
smoking weed?
I'm finally at the
call
point.
the
I'm
cops
finally
on
at the point in my life where I feel like I can tell them, but you know, like up until like a year or two ago, like I didn't have my own health insurance. Like I didn't pick my own doctor. So like you know, even though my mom knew I smoked, I don't know. It's just like a respect thing.
Yeah.
You know, like like I said, I come from a Catholic family. Like people kind of brush stuff under the rug. Like you know, what you do behind closed
Some
doors
big
is your
stuff.
business.
Yeah.
My parents were always
Some
big,
big
on like
stuff
don't
with little people.
advertise.
Yeah, yeah.
But that, you know, they come from a different time. Weed was dope.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
dog,
hate
yeah,
that. So, yeah.
Out there smoking dope.
I think that goes for any religion.
Shout out to my guy Gage, man. It's definitely gotta be more than 12%.
Family.
Shit don't make no sense.
A lot of stuff
But-
gets swept under.
100 adults, and you think 12 of them motherfuckers smoke. And let's say smokes within the. I don't even know what they. Let's see. What do they
Yeah,
consider?
that's
smoke?
How many
really-
do you
that's a
think
really
then?
loose
What, you think
statistic.
half of them?
I'm gonna say about 40. 40. I'm gonna say 45.
I did say 34, so
40 to
34.
30. I'm gonna say 40 to 30 range.
I feel like that's a lot more fair.
40 to 30
I'm
range.
gonna say 25.
And they say 7% smoke in the South. In this.
In the South.
There's a lot of people that don't smoke weed, man.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh no, they got some pretty
A lot of people
stiff
don't
laws
smoke
for
weed.
it down south. So I
Tony,
don't
Tony
blame 'em.
square ass don't even smoke.
That's kind of why.
Who?
You know what I'm. You might have a point.
Tony.
Because there are a lot of square people. I don't want to call them
Not
squares.
I mean,
It's people who don't
call
smoke.
People that just don't like it.
Yeah. Because a lot of people it makes them
Tony,
paranoid.
you
And they
a
don't like
square
that shit.
bear, nigga.
That's real.
Yeah, and the only reason I feel like it's more, it's because we only hang out with people that smoke. So it's like, oh, you don't smoke? All right, that's weird.
Man, I ain't ran into too many motherfuckers that don't smoke. They might not smoke right now, but they was like, yeah, I used to smoke.
Yeah,
Everybody's tried at least one. I did
especially
not
as an
inhale.
adult. Like people grow up, they don't want to smoke all day.
Yeah,
Feel that.
all day. I get that, but if
I
you
don't
at a
even like
party and
smoking all
somebody's
day.
dancing,
I don't
they
like
got
it,
a
but I
blunt,
do it.
you gonna
I like
that
smoking
motherfucker.
more potency, less
Stop
often.
fronting.
Yeah,
It's easier on my lungs, you know.
Straight up.
taking dabs.
You
and
smoking,
shit.
bitch.
Like I feel like when you use stronger products, it's more medicating than it is leisure.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be like a lot of people abuse it that way, but like
You got a big dookie stick right here. Are you talking about medical?
gorilla finger. Man,
Goddamn
I
King
got
Kong's
Kong.
fingers right there,
I got
bro.
eye
Shit
Shout
about
out.
to fuck up Godzilla.
I didn't watch
I
the movie.
felt-
Did he get his finger cut off?
I fell asleep
No,
halfway
but it
through.
was a good movie.
Nah,
I watched like a quarter of it and
It
I
was
fell
cool.
asleep.
The fight scenes were good.
it was cool.
I don't care about the human story and shit.
It was cool.
just
I
wanna see
seen
them
the
fuck each
the
other
shit
up.
get flipped at the very beginning. The ship get flipped or whatever, and I was like, okay, I'm not about to watch this.
I
stupid
watched
shit.
too
Y'all
many-
all would have fucking died. They in there swimming around like
Oh, facts.
a whole ship just
It's
got
a
flipped.
different world, bro. Godzilla. and
You're right.
fucking
That's what I
King
thought about
Kong
too. It's like a
exist.
fucking CGI.
They go into a
fucking-
Yeah,
whole
take it for
like-
what it is, man. Just like music.
Ugh,
It's art.
Ugh.
ugh.
I
like
watched too many
realistic
of those
shit.
Snapchat stories, you know, like just all the little feeds, the little nerdy stuff. So I'll be watching the stories. I already knew pretty much the entire plot of the movie before. I never even watched none of this stuff, and I watch it. I'm like, damn.
Who won?
Yup.
Spoiler alert.
Yep. I don't even know.
Who
I fell
won?
asleep.
Anybody know?
They both won.
All I know is that
Yeah.
King Kong looked like he just wanted to go home.
He
just
went
didn't-
home.
He wasn't
did.
feeling
It was
that
tight.
shit at
He
all.
got to the crib.
Yeah.
King Kong got to the crib.
So it was because they Apex was creating Mecha Godzilla,
Mm-hmm.
like a big ass robot Godzilla, and King Kong and Godzilla teamed up,
Whoop that ass.
but they
Word.
got fucked up too. He was fucking them up,
I gotta watch the rest
and
of it.
Godzilla fucked
King
King
Kong
Kong
got
up too.
fucked up, yeah, by
King Kong got
Godzilla.
fucked up.
I mean, Godzilla looks crazy.
He's,
That
still,
nigga
he's
fucked-
got
that nigga fucked
atomic
King Kong
beams
up.
and shit.
Look at
He shot a beam to the center of the earth where King Kong lived and shit.
All the way down.
Straight up.
All the way
Straight
down.
up.
I must have fell asleep through that.
I was
Yeah.
still
All
tight.
the best part, like right when he got to his throne, and he's just sitting there. I'm out.
Oh
King
yeah, that
Kong
was
shit
when it.
was
that
It was a
upside
slow
down.
build up, bro.
Yeah, that's right before it
This
happened.
nigga had volcanoes and mountains on on the sky and shit. And then
Yeah, it was like an
sky
acid
was
trip.
In the middle and shit. It was weird. It was some crazy mirror type shit.
Shout out King Kong, man. He's just trying to chill out here.
Ultimate Prime. man.
Sophia
trying to-
said I
I feel
fell
like the
asleep
opposable
too.
thumbs were really
Movie
the
was
winner in that
overhyped.
storyline.
Who
Yeah,
said that?
let's go for Mortal
Sophia,
Kombat.
Sophia Faith said
That's gonna be
she fell
fire.
asleep, too.
Yeah, she said she's ready for Mortal Kombat.
It's coming out on HBO,
About to see
right?
it in theater.
HBO
Yeah, I had to
Max.
grab that shit, bro. That's kind
Yeah.
of clutch. I'm sitting there watching the Wayans Bros right now, bro. Just
On what?
feeling nostalgic. HBO.
HBO.
I'm at the
Oh,
tipping
yeah,
point.
yeah.
I might cancel cable just because like there's too
You
many
still got
options.
cable?
I like background noise, bro.
Okay.
I just now got my first roommate since I moved out of the crib from my parents, and
You know they got autoplay on the streaming sites. You could
yeah, it's just not the same. I don't know, bro. It's weird. It's just like
I feel you though, bro, because
it's a comfort thing.
I was just having that
You
conversation
like
with my girl.
commercials.
I was saying
It's like having somebody in the room, but not.
I like the fact of not choosing what
I'm a
you're watching.
recluse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
different experience to sit there and channel surf and not be able to like go to whatever you want to choose. Like, and me and my girl were just talking about this.
It's easier watching too.
Do,
'cause
do
you're
y'all
like,
think
"Oh, all
streaming
right."
services are kind of making people closed-minded because they can go to exactly what they want to watch at any given time and they don't go to anything else?
Perhaps. I'm pretty close. I'm slow to
really.
catch on to a lot of stuff. Movies, music. Like, it takes a long time for me to be like, oh, I need to
Oh,
listen,
because of
watch.
the popularity and shit. They're like, oh, I don't want to.
I don't buy into hype and stuff.
No, I'm
man.
just saying, like on cable, like like our age or whatever, we had to go through cable, and the Wayans Bros was on. Jamie Foxx was on, whatever. All this other shit was on. we had to go to it. We had to watch it. Now there's shit that you can literally avoid, and you can just channel in and just go to what you fuck with.
But I
And
mean,
so you don't get the
eventually
other
gotta
shit.
watch it all.
Nah,
None of those
You
none of
can't-
those
you can't
shows ever
watch the
soaked
same
for me
shit,
though.
so-
Like
yeah, but those are just my examples. But there's like King of the Hill, fucking
but any of those shows, like,
Seinfeld.
just that type where like just you watch it through, like even if you're too young to understand it and you might enjoy it as you're older. Like I don't remember none of that because it was just kind of, I don't know,
I know.
background noise in my brain.
I know. I tapped into Seinfeld, and I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. But the thing is, like, it was always on, so I had no choice but to tap into it.
Yeah.
There's shit on the internet right now that you're never gonna see because your crowd or your timeline isn't, promoting it
Yeah,
at the
you
moment.
just gotta really dig.
I mean, you like songs when you're a little kid that you don't know the lyrics to, and then you get older, you're like, I was saying what?
Oh yeah, that's
My brother
big.
used to sing Eric Clapton's Cocaine. He was like, I love Rogaine. And my parents were like, yeah.
That's fucking
Like
crazy.
pop culture, like
I
it's
love
ate
Rogaine.
up, you know? It's like,
Hell
you
no.
know, pop culture ain't clean.
Mhm.
It's the underbelly.
Yeah,
I know I didn't know what the
Right.
fuck was going on or what I was listening to when I was a kid.
man.
I used to
thought
watch
I did.
wrestling.
I used to listen to Usher and shit when I was a little kid. I'm saying Usher.
Your heart was broken, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was singing
Talking about
Keith
fucking
Sweat.
bitches or
Yeah.
bitches fucking me over.
No
Mm, it's like,
But how
yeah,
old were
yeah.
you, though? Were you like elementary or like middle school? Or
Elementary, middle school, both. You know.
Those are rough times, man. When you be in your fields during those years.
Man,
Y'all was in y'all fields during those years?
I
What?
was.
What were you doing in your
Transformative
fields?
years, bro.
What were you doing there?
I was living the.
Had a rough
I think
upbringing.
I was living my best life. I was a hooper.
Yeah,
I was,
bro.
I was chilling.
on the flip side of Usher, I was listening to Master P.
Mm.
Yeah.
I was in the gutter, bro. Section 8, rescue mission here and there, bro. And I still was just like happy as fuck. I was a kid. I was like, we playing basketball today. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about what's going on at the crib. Like, I don't know. Like, those days was never sad to me. When I got to high school and I started getting conscious and aware of what was kind of going on
Yeah.
in my life, that's when I started, all right, man, I got to get out the house and, like, get
High
away
school
from
sucked,
this.
But it was tight.
Yeah.
High school sucked. High school
I
was
mean,
dope
it
for
was
me.
tight.
High
but
school was dope for
it
me,
sucked
too.
For some point of it.
College was the worst.
The work. That's it. That's
College was the
Whatever,
worst
bro.
place for
You
me.
were. Everybody's like, Eli, he's so hot right now.
Glad you think that, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
You had the juice,
he
bro.
didn't. The girls thought that. I
He
hope.
did.
Oh, he
No,
thought
that's
she
just the
was-
word
he
on the
thought he
street,
was
you
hot,
know,
too.
like the wine breaks, you
wouldn't
know. Everybody's
wouldn't
like,
you think
those
I'm
wine
hot?
break bros, they're just killing
Got
it.
voted best hair,
They're
bro.
just
Yeah.
killing it. Man.
You know when you're younger and you hear about somebody,
Yeah, no, I
like
feel what you said, but did you
before
yeah.
people have
The
like
wine
jobs
breaks.
and
I
stuff,
just
like
can't
when
believe
like
nobody said
really
that about
random
sushi
things
stand.
make them notable.
Just because I was fast, bro. That's why I was always
I
popular.
just
'Cause I
can't
was the
quick
fastest.
shit. Nah, I'm fucking with you, dog.
That kid has a quick
You
40.
ever think that
He's
though?
the
Like
shit,
as in
you know?
elementary school, like the fastest kids.
If you
are
could
always
run
the
faster than all the
popular
kids on
They
the
are.
playground, you're the shit, you
You
know?
Always,
was. That's
yeah.
true. Back in the day, yep. You're right. The fast nigga was the cool one.
Fast and
Kids
funny.
can't buy Bentleys, you know?
If you were fast
They
and
can't
funny,
flex
you
like
you have
that.
the juice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This nigga said those wine break
I
bros
was
are
running
killing it.
touchdowns.
Hell no. He was running touchdowns. Were you starting fullback? Where were you? Running
Running
back?
He was a running back. He was cold, man.
I was
He was
fucking-
cold. He was cold.
Good look,
I
bro.
know,
Hey,
man.
look me up.
He told us.
Huddle.com/linebacker.
Eli.
You have a Huddle still? It's
Yeah.
still up. Do you watch it?
I watched it like a year ago.
Ooh.
I think I watched it after Raymond died. Actually,
Okay, that's a good excuse.
So-
I can't look at that shit.
that shit was.
My old highlights and shit, I be like, oh,
So
I don't look like what I thought I looked like back then. Like when I was hooping, I thought I looked
Oh,
like
yeah,
I was a college
I
hooper
know.
and shit. I go back and I'm like, oh, that you was really trash, bro.
no,
you
you
was
weren't,
not
bro.
good.
You were good though.
Nah, man. When I watch these kids now on hoop mixtape and stuff like
Oh.
that, bro, they are.
But they have like
Different.
the internet and everything to study. Like
Hey,
they have
and
so many
that-
more
it
resources.
is what it is, but them motherfuckers is
Do
different,
you
bro.
think
Yeah,
you
my-
tried your hardest?
I was trying real hard.
My boy.
I was trying
Hey,
my
bro,
hardest.
I
My boy.
never had hand-eye coordination until after
we didn't
high
have
school.
no.
So
we didn't have
if
no
it makes you
little,
feel
no
better.
little huddle shit.
Yeah.
But my boy made this. He made this mixtape. Shout out my boy, my only Native American friend, nicknamed Chief. That's what we used to call him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
And-
wonder why.
And when he hit threes, they used to shoot bow and arrows for him and shit. And he's Native American, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. But anyway, man, he made this crazy fucking hoop mixtape, man, before like all that shit was even popular, man. and I lost it. And I've never, like, last time I watched it was probably like maybe a year after he made the shit. It's been lost forever.
Your news highlights pop up when you search Speak High Basketball pretty
Top
quickly.
125.
It's you versus Emporia, bro. I'll be searching
Man.
Speaker shit all the time, and I
That's probably the
always
worst.
rank
That's probably the worst.
That shit is tight.
Worst
You let
games
people
was
do
for
work.
Emporia.
You had like 50, I think that's what they
Oh,
were saying.
oh.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
50 of 'em.
Hold up, bro. Hold up.
Damn.
Nigga said 50. Watch, you might get some mug shots now. Nigga, it's been a while.
So I was actually supposed to play football at High. My transfer never went through.
You supposed to go out?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah, I was like late
You went to
transfer.
West?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
So
bro,
I
you
went
was
to
supposed
West
play
and
quarterback.
won no games.
What, you was a quarterback? What was you? Wide
Nah,
receiver?
man. Like I said, I didn't have hand-eye. I was a linebacker, middle linebacker,
Oh,
and then I was
damn.
also fullback. But like anytime they want to pass me the ball, I panic. I was like, "Y'all sure you want to do that?"
They had you at
Damn, bro,
linebacker.
you gotta have confidence.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I loved laying people out. I was great at it. But you
Sounds
know, once
great.
I got into high school, I got into other things, and you know,
Man,
I started doing
motherfuckers
music,
like you
and
out on the day.
Oh,
my
damn.
my passions
I'll see you
changed.
getting trucked. I'm gonna say that right now.
We might have to set that up in the backyard.
Yeah. let's
Just
get
for
it.
some content. Pads, though. We'll have
I'll
you on
truck
pads.
Tony too. Now that he's not here
And
to
Tony?
defend himself.
Damn, Antonio, you gonna truck Tony?
Yeah.
Golly.
Truck
You
Tony.
are a little motherfucker. If you get the right
I'm
little
faster.
speed and shit, little stocky
No, I'm slow
motherfucker.
now, bro.
Your highlights
I
definitely
actually
got
have an
flooded, bro.
orthopedic
They got
appointment
flooded out,
in
man.
a week or two. Gonna have to.
When nigga say he's old.
Gonna have
nigga,
to
we-
put a little
Google-
rain
Nah,
check
because they
on
put
that.
everything
Google
on.
don't even remember.
But
Yeah.
we can do it for the content, bro.
They put all these games
We'll just
online, so
pad
now
up
it's all flooded out.
And like,
Mhm.
give
What
me
you want to
like
do?
a-
An
I
Oklahoma
ain't even
drill?
look. I ain't even search.
No, I
Helmet
wanna-
to helmet?
I wanna.
I broke my knuckle that way. That's why this hand is, you know, this one's got a little curve and that one's 2 and 2.
We got a
Me and-
pissing
me and-
contest
me
going
and
on over here.
homeboy.
I don't know what's
didn't
going on.
zone
Just
out.
the
I'm gonna
football,
truck
football
Oski.
Trying to
reminiscent.
follow.
What
What's
y'all doing?
going on?
You're gonna hand me off the ball like it's just like a
Oh,
34
yeah.
dive.
I
He's
was
gonna be
thinking-
middle linebacker, and he's gonna.
Y'all are too old for that shit, man.
just
Y'all,
gonna do
y'all,
the
y'all gonna
Oklahoma
hurt
drill.
yourself.
We're gonna be padded up.
We're gonna do the
Oh,
old
pat
school
it up.
Oklahoma drill.
I do have good
Whoever
insurance,
has
though. I don't know
pads
about you, Eli.
and,
He said, I do
no, I don't. I don't have insurance. That's how confident I am.
Oh.
Hey, we're gonna do the Oklahoma drill though.
It's very bold in
I
2021.
feel like
and
I
have
feel like if
insurance.
you get to
Oklahoma
run
drill?
at I feel like if you get to run at him, that's giving you an advantage. So Oklahoma drill, y'all both on your
Yeah,
back.
I guess yeah.
Get up, boom.
How long do y'all have to prepare?
You're better shape and you're lower to the ground to me, so you might have the advantage in that.
He's not in good
Man,
shape.
lay
I
this
played
nigga
football,
out,
though.
man.
He ain't in good shape.
Lay
Better than
this
me.
nigga out, man.
Nah,
Swishy
don't be
pants,
capping now. You be calling yourself a
swishy
fat ass all the
pants,
time, man. Don't
lunch
lie.
lady Libra.
Be real.
I know a hustler when I
I'm
see
getting in
one.
better
Too
shape
many
now. Bro.
L's.
Somebody
You
always
don't know what I be
like,
doing
nah,
out
my,
here.
my stats are down here, and then you know,
This
next
nigga
thing you
be-
know, they go
I'll stay
beast mode
active,
on you.
dog.
So it's trick in the book.
Okay.
Stay active.
I do want to make a fight league, man. I'm serious about that shit, man. And
Let's get it in.
I'm gonna do a boxing league.
Who wants to join?
Anybody can box, man. If you got a problem, man, it's kind of like street beef. You come through, man. You
I have a
get
fake
it in.
tooth because of that. We used to have a
Street
set of
beef?
we used to have a set
You
of
was on
gloves
street
at my
beef?
mom's house, and
Oh.
anytime we'd get bored or like if we had problems, we just throw on the gloves. And homie that was kind of like a hippie, he wasn't really a fighter. He was pretty tall. You know, we convinced him to fight me, and I tripped over a root in my mom's front yard,
Oh,
and like
no.
my hands were behind me, and I was getting up, and homie just sucker punched me right in the
Oh,
mouth, and my lower
damn.
tooth right there.
Hey, what's his name?
Danny.
Fuck you, Danny.
Nah, Danny's a really nice
No,
guy.
fuck Danny.
Daddy's a really nice
Sucker
guy.
punching ass bitch.
He was like traumatized from that, but so was I. Cause
Pussy, you can't just punch him and walk
he
away.
knocked the front half of my tooth out. Yeah, it was not
I'm through
pleasant.
with y'all niggas, man.
Man,
I do have one knockout under my belt.
one.
Nice, dude.
One knockout. He did the spiral. I don't know if he was just being dramatic, but it made me feel good.
Damn, he did the.
That's gotta feel good.
He
Damn.
flopped.
Hey, bro, and I was like
He
13.
did the ready to
I was
rumble
like 13,
spiral.
and he was
knockout.
like 22. Honestly, he was like the old cat that used to buy us all the liquor. But the weird thing
he
is,
was drunk.
I call him the old cat because he was older than everyone he was like partying with. But this dude literally would act like he was like 60 years old, and he had like
60?
yeah, bro. He'd like walk with a cane, and like I swear he was like I don't know if he was balding or pulling his hair out. He had some issues, bro.
Damn.
He had like one of them weird relationships with his mom. He wouldn't let her date and stuff.
And you
and-
beat that
Oh.
nigga up.
So that don't count, bro. That sounds like somebody who don't got their hands together. Respectfully.
I was 13,
Nigga,
Oh,
bro.
okay, 13.
You was 13, okay.
Okay, that counts. That
Like,
counts.
might as well knock somebody out.
Yeah, that counts, man.
Knocking niggas out.
Me school
But like I said, when I'm gonna start dropping the link for the Fight Club. you know,
Is that
people's,
legal?
Like, arguments.
You just got to sign waivers or something?
Yeah, you just sign a paper and say, "Yo,
Oh,
we're not
yeah.
responsible for you if you die."
We ain't gonna
motherfucker.
sue you. for death or
Die,
Yeah.
injury.
motherfucker, die.
Come here and box, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish
Go
more
with your
motherfuckers
whole
would.
ass.
I know too many people are quick with the pistol.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's gonna fuck our society up a little bit if people stop forgetting how to box.
Yeah.
I think it is because people start talking too much.
Start shooting.
Even in
And then-
professional boxing, it's more about outmaneuvering than it is about beating the bloody hell out of the other person nowadays.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not saying
People
they
can't.
should try to kill each other because they're professionals and they should want longevity and not want to damage their brains, but
That's
Yeah.
the difference.
that used to be part of the excitement was like the savageness, you know, like people forget humans are animals. We've still got that in us. No matter how much you want to act, like you're a chill human.
We're
calm.
putting ourselves in a zoo. Slowly and surely, we're putting ourselves in a zoo. We're acting
Yeah.
like we're animals, but we're really
What animal
we're
would you
turning
be?
into zoo animals.
What animal would you be in the zoo?
I'll be a lemur.
I'd say, nah, you took my lemur, bro. Come on, bro.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
Come on, dog.
All right, no,
That
I'll
nigga
be
would be a boomerfoo.
I'll be a-
Yeah, I'd be a Zaboomafoo.
I'll be a
For
Komodo
sure.
dragon. That's the exact one you did.
I am
This
Zaboomafoo.
nigga's crazy.
Those were the first humans. Lemurs.
I don't know if that's facts.
What
right?
you
Out of all
Yeah,
monkeys,
I
I
mean-
don't know if I'm cool from coming from lemurs. They too wild. They
We
like
came
crackheads.
from lemurs, bro. They are like
You
crackheads.
said you would be in an iguana?
There's a place in Wichita they can let crawl
Komodo
over
dragon.
you.
Komodo
Dope.
dragon.
Oh shit!
It's like a little island.
Yeah, it's
I gotta check that shit out.
has venomous spit.
What would you
Some
be?
nasty looking motherfuckers. dog.
It's got
It's like
venomous spit, bro.
Tonganonka Park or something down
No,
near.
no. What would you be? What animal?
Man,
Wild animal.
Eagle, a bald eagle.
in the zoo.
Are you just saying that because he looks like a bald eagle?
Damn, I got hella hair. I don't know how I look like a bald
No,
eagle.
no.
I guess they
Bald
ain't
eagles aren't bald
white.
either.
They be having hair. They got hair.
man.
They be
got
having
hair.
hair.
I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
throwing shit out there.
You look like a goat.
I feel like I'd be an otter.
I am the goat.
I'd be an otter, bro. They're hella resourceful.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
An
yeah.
otter?
Yeah,
What?
they're hella
I
resourceful.
can't
Bro, they
say
use
that you look like
I
a
would
monkey.
never
They be,
have
they be
went.
like laying on their belly, like using rocks and stuff.
You
You
can
do
though.
look like a lemur, nigga.
Like a fucking-
I'm sorry, I couldn't let that one
No,
go. He
no,
said-
you look like a baby gorilla.
What?
Not even a lemur. No, he wants to be a lemur so bad you can't let him be a lemur.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Because
what
I'm
we
cool
doing.
with the lemur.
That's what we doing.
I'm actually cool with the baby gorilla too.
But hold on. Back to my man said he said the otter though.
Yeah, why you want to be an otter?
Otter's tight, they're
Bro,
slippery.
they use tools. They're chill. They're likable. You know.
I've never seen nobody fuck with an otter though.
They're cute.
Exactly. They're
cute
tucked
as
off out
fuck.
the way.
Bitches love otters.
Same.
What about you, man? Would you be a
Man, I
A
don't
walrus?
fucking.
I'd like to hear the reason.
be a
behind
rhino.
that.
He'd be a rhino.
Walrus, damn, nigga.
Loud or like we're
Damn.
I don't know. That's just the first thing I thought of.
Man, I have no
Big
idea,
energy.
bro.
Trying to be a rhino?
Nah, man, them motherfuckers
Man.
is some
Hey, that walrus
Alpaca.
from 51st
Dang,
States was pretty
dang, got
dope.
enough.
That was the homie.
Nigga
Yeah,
said
he was
alpaca.
nice.
Nigga said alpaca. Man, I'd probably be like an ostrich or some shit.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're assholes.
Ostrich
Nah,
suck.
the emus are. Ostriches can be
They
cool.
spit on people too,
Emus
bro.
are like more edgy.
They try
Emu.
to spit on
They're
people.
like the smoked out cousin that everybody
Okay,
got.
well that's definitely he's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
emu.
yeah.
Then. Chris
he's
is
the
definitely
emu.
Nigga. I'm an emu, nigga.
Chris Emu White Ready.
Are you cool, man?
Hey,
yeah, I'm
bro, that
cool,
should be
but
a rap name, bro. You was looking,
my
bro. It should
cousin
be
over here in the
Emu.
corner.
Emu Slim.
cool as
or
an emu.
Nigga's crazy. He said emu slim.
Emu, Mac Emu.
Man, hell no.
Somebody in Topeka is gonna pop up with that rap
I
name.
feel like-
bro.
Bro, Emu is hard, bro. I would listen to Emu. I'm telling you.
Damn.
Side
That sounds
note,
like a rap. That sounds
I've
like a
heard
rap.
too many people in
I'm sure there is
Topeka
a
with
emu.
very unoriginal names. I'm like, I wonder where you got that. Like, just try a little harder. I had a lot of really bad names before I got the one that stuck. But like, I never try to rip on somebody else's steez.
King Slim.
Mm.
But I've also seen other people do their take on something and then like run with it.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, I shout out to the people that like influenced by something, but then like evolved it because you know that's what art is at this
Oh,
point.
yeah,
To be truly original, few and far between.
That's the
Wrong button. This nigga pushing them all. You had to.
You got E40
Nice.
right here. This is the applause. This is the joke.
I thought you were gonna
and this
change
is
one.
the fucking siren. I forgot to, man.
I thought it was
Been
gonna be
dealing-
Daddy
That's
Chill.
40? You need a better 40 sample. That's not like his best ooh. Okay.
That sounds like Drew doing it.
That's
You're right.
He got a good one.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Let's have a ooh contest real quick.
Hey, shout out to
What you
40,
got?
a legend
Go.
we still got rapping in cursive since 19 whenever.
You gotta hit the G with it.
Oh, I'm not doing it. Y'all niggas got it, man.
Y'all like Bay Area
That's like-
music?
you have to have that little.
Y'all niggas is ill, man. What's going on with y'all? Niggas
Your
is-
face, bro.
Y'all niggas is wild, bro. Niggas said. Nigga got excited.
Gonna have a
Good. Yeah, he be doing the voices. Shit.
say it with the chest.
That boy's a white E40 in this bitch.
I'm fucking dying, bro. Shout out to E40, man.
A legend we still got.
Hey, man. Yeah, for sure, man. And that's what. Let's get into a couple.
I don't want to hear too many people be like, "Oh, 40 this, 40 that" when he goes, because like
Yeah.
we was all jamming it in the
That's how it
skating
goes,
rink,
though.
but then like
I be on the E40 campaign. I be trying to put people on. I be like, have you ever
You're
heard of
drinking his
E40?
wine right now, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's in this
Girl.
cup right here.
Sponsor the Raw District E40. Look,
I got
you
it.
can-
he's
Sound
got
effect.
a deep catalog,
I have his sound effect. I
and
don't
it's
relate
not
to that.
trash.
This nigga called that shit Diet Hennessy,
He
man.
got me drunk the time he was here at Ag Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, he bring drunk.
E40 got you drunk.
He got
Let's-
me drunk.
Avenue Lou over there in the
You
cut.
shop as
Did his alcohol get you drunk, or did he
and
personally?
you shop
get
at the
you
same
drunk?
liquor store as fucking Kendrick.
No, they were right there at the Cap Plaza. There was bottled up. I was just kind of like, I thought you was here like, nah, bro, we popped the bottle.
Oh shit! Oh shit! We got another impersonator in the building, y'all.
This nigga said, no, we about to twist it up.
We can slurp cane.
We popped the
Bottom,
bottle.
you smell?
man.
I can't even do the voice.
What's this shit called? Earl Stevens?
Yeah, we popped
Earl
the bottle.
Stevens, bro. Earl Stevens. This was the mango scotto.
Sipping on the.
Yeah.
Man, I actually got alcohol poisoning because of E40. Well,
Tycoon?
I can't blame that on 40 water. But, you know, he used to, before he had his own wine, he used to rap about the Carlo Rossi. Me and the homie Beetle, we went in on 2 4-liters.
Man.
Me and him and like some other young girls, we was young too.
Don't say
So
young
like
girls.
we was all very underage. Like we should not have been doing things, you know. We were
Don't say
Every-
doing things.
Everybody was underage, right? Everybody was. It was hot.
Clear that everyone, even them,
Wait, no, just
they
say
were
just say
underage, but of
allegedly.
age compared to the girls. All right?
Anyways, it was a school night.
damn, these
We
girls are
pop
young.
bottles. They sit there like, yeah, this is good, but no. And then me and homie, for whatever reason, decided to go ham on these bottles. Kill a 4-liter apiece.
They were like, I can't shake.
Worst
my
sickness
dreads.
ever. I ran through. Fridays was pizza day, and to prove to my dad I wasn't hungover, like I threw up all over the crib, lied to him, said that the red sangria was from taking ibuprofen from my braces, and then, bro, ran out the cafeteria throwing up through my fingers because I took one bite of pizza. It was a
Man.
rough day.
Hold up.
Me and wine don't get along.
You threw up through your fingers.
Ugh, like trying to hold it in my
okay.
mouth.
I thought you was alien,
Bro,
bro. I was like, you gotta
So
explain that.
Topeka West cafeteria is like a long rectangle,
I'm gonna throw up through my fingers.
and I like
You
sat
know
right
how
in the
on
middle.
Scary Movie they used to the aliens piss through their fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. But
What alien movie?
no, Scary Movie. They used to
Oh.
greet each other by pissing out their fingers or something.
They lost me, bro.
No, they just
After-
they
around,
greeted
like,
each
is that
other
like
by kicking
3?
in the balls.
What?
Was that
But they
number
pissed
3?
out their fingers.
They would piss out their fingers. Yeah. They would-
What movie is that?
Scary
nigga?
Movie.
Scary
One
Movie
of them.
4.
Oh, okay. I
Anything
still don't
after
remember
2,
that, but I believe it
4 was
now.
good.
Right now the TV's leaking.
I think I don't remember. It's fuzzy. It's way back.
Yeah, I ain't seen a scary movie in a while.
Yeah, those are the best, man.
Scary movie.
Two's all time.
2 is good.
Was that the one with the dude with the hand?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's like all time quotable. I feel like to be a good
Hey, what's
quality
good, Chase, man?
comedy movie.
I seen your comment earlier. He said,
what up?
I think he said something about he loves you, Eli. Let me see.
Yeah, bro.
He said, love you, G.
What's good? It's Chase.
You trying to say you weren't popular?
Shout
earlier.
out Chase, man.
No, I invited him, so he's being nice to me.
Oh.
What's the deal, man? What's your favorite strain of marijuana, man?
I like Yoda.
All-time favorite?
Yoda?
Best Yoda?
Weed strain?
Yeah, what's
Damn,
the
that's
best?
funny you
My
said that. That's my
favorite Yoda.
uncle's. Like, that's what all he.
So we live on
Where'd it go?
the real shit now.
Can you get it?
Oh, we've been live.
It's some Oregon
shit.
shit.
We've been live for hours.
Bro.
I didn't. I thought we were just streaming. I didn't realize we was on the actual.
We
This is-
Twitching.
This is the
we
Raw District
YouTubing,
podcast.
We Facebooking.
We just.
We're in
been
Missouri
talking.
and we're smoking CBD. That's what's going on right here.
Shit.
But yeah, that was my segue.
Yeah, man.
That's-
My favorite strain. I
So they
really
do
don't got a
keep you
favorite
alive.
strain. I've smoked too many at this point. I have reasons why I like peculiar strains, but I can't say I have an all-time favorite anymore. Alien OG, that was the top one for a long
Yeah.
time. It's nice uppity hybrid. Be able to like feel good but get shit done. Good for writing music for real. That's why I used to like it.
I like Bruce Banner. I fell through a wall off some Bruce Banner.
Was that when you were real young?
That's why
It
you
was when I was
like
like 18, 19. It was at Reston's house.
Oh,
That doesn't
really?
sound like.
I was
good
watching-
Reston was my neighbor.
I was watching. We were watching
Shout out to
Flatbush
Reston.
Zombies.
Yeah.
We were watching a Flatbush Zombies
Oh.
music video. We had just
You
smoked
fell
some Bruce
through his
Banner,
wall?
and no, it was actually a door. But I was watching the music video, and it was like almost like
Hulk smash.
an epilepsy thing. I started feeling crazy. I got up and I went to the
Flatbush
bathroom.
tripped you out, bro.
I went to the bathroom, bro.
Weed
and I
doesn't
just
do
fell.
that to everybody. Just to let you know.
I fell through a black hole.
Yeah, you were dehydrated.
I fell through a black hole, and I woke up, and Reston's mom was standing above me, and he was
Reston's
yelling at
mom?
Reston, and yeah,
Our
he was
mom,
like,
okay.
"Your mom is fucked. I mean, your friend is fucked up.
Did you-
Reston, your friend is fucked up." And I woke up, and I busted a hole through there like
Who's
fucking.
resting?
Resting.
He didn't see
that's
this?
that's my homie. in
Reston
Germany.
Phillips.
Yeah,
I said, was he resting?
Good one.
yeah.
Thanks.
Had
Um,
you eaten that day?
I had eaten, and then you gotta let me finish because it's happened again. Next time I'm
Yeah,
in
you
a
got something
session.
going on, dog.
I'm in a session with people, and my homie brings a blunt in. We were like, "What is that?" And he was like, "Bruce Banner." So I'm like, I start getting excited
Again?
because I'm trying to
Maybe
go through
that
a
means
black hole
PCP,
again.
bro.
No, it's Bruce
Nigga-
Banner.
Nigga gave you crack.
Maybe that
I
means
smoke this shit. I have the same feeling, and I go deaf
Nigga
temporarily.
gave you that,
But I'm telling you,
That
once I
wet.
come down from this crazy shit,
still
it was
got
the,
that
it was
dude's
the
number?
best. It was the best high.
Sounds like DMT.
It was the best high in the world.
nigga was smoking that naked.
No, that's real, bro.
Everybody else was
wet,
smoking
wet.
it too, man. There's no wet. There's no fucking PCP. We were in a
Certain-
session.
Maybe they just maybe
That's
that's
real,
what they
bro.
smoke on
Certain-
the
They just-
regular. Nigga.
I
certain
know these people. These are my
strains-
friends.
They get butt naked on the.
I don't want to put their names out here, but these are successful people here. They was not smoking PCP or wet.
Hey, a lot of successful people have
missing
smoked
out.
PCP.
So certain
I
strains,
almost wore an ODB
depending
shirt
on
today.
like their terpene blend, actually
go.
give you a cerebral effect. So like like for me, that has a really high tolerance. If I smoke something like that, take a fat bong rip, I'll feel it like between my shoulder blades, like that tingly feeling, and just like come up and go up to my head, kind of like getting out of the sauna after a workout or something, bro. It's just like it like rises up through you. You might get like really hot. A lot of people experience that with dabs, but by the way,
Experienced it with that
I'm
shit.
Oski.
Yeah, bro.
weed scientist.
Spark
I'm
that
not a
CBD.
weed scientist.
Spark
I
that
actually
CBD
am a
finger.
certified cannabis consultant through the Trichome Institute. You can look him up online.
Weed scientist.
You can look him up online. That's why he was
Long-time
talking in third
smoker,
person.
music enthusiast. I'm just about the culture. Love the culture.
Weed scientist, bitch.
Yes, sir.
We getting there though. I'm about to take some other classes, some next level shit.
What's
Go.
your infatuation with weed? Why do you give a fuck about it?
Can we call it chronic?
Man, I started smoking real young. Honestly, way younger than anybody should. My brother was 4 years older than me,
Broken
so
English.
anything he did, I did 4 years younger. So
I know how that is.
I started smoking when I was 8 years old.
Damn.
And, I
That explains a lot.
Let's not fast forward past that. Like, explain how you started smoking at 8 years old, please.
No, don't.
well, it's it's just like I had a
How
kind
old
of
is
came
8 years old? Real quick? I just want to be able, like, what grade are you in at that time? 8,
like
No.
third grade probably,
3rd, 8.
Fourth.
like second, third grade, bro. I don't know. I'm not
You're
not,
young.
not great with
You're in
the
third grade,
math
yeah.
with the big old bleeds into my fingers, but
Right. Anyways, 3rd grade, you was smoking
But
a blunt.
yeah, man, I just grew up in a neighborhood like middle class, but we all kind of just had crazy family lives, and we kind of all just kind of gravitated to being young little hoodlums, and it just kind of calmed that noise for me. It was that escape, and man, when we're growing up, just loved smoking, freestyling. I don't know, like once my parents had a really rough divorce, so we just kind of at a certain point watched ourselves, and so smoking, playing video games, rapping, it was what it was. But fast forward, like nowadays I've got IBS, so it helps ease my stomach problems.
Hell yeah.
You know,
So you've been looking.
it's like
more
on
into,
Dewey.
the medical
It's like
side
Dewey
of it
Cox
and shit.
says,
Dewey-
"D- it's not gonna make me addicted, is it?
Yeah.
It's non-habit forming. It's not gonna make
don't want
me
no part of
feel.
this shit."
It's gonna make sex even better. It's no longer the cheapest drug you can buy, though. That is
Yeah.
false.
Weed,
That is very false.
You think weed is addictive or no?
yeah,
Habit forming.
most definitely.
It actually, I think it is habit forming, because habit forming, you can do anything. You know, it don't have to even be a substance. Habit's just a routine. But I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
addicted to it.
I wouldn't say addicted. I'd say
I'm addicted.
I don't know.
I
Addicted
think
is
we're
just a
all
hard,
addicted.
because you won't have withdrawals by definition. Is like
You're not physically, mentally though.
you can be stressing.
Straight up. I
Straight
think
up.
it's different. It's a different addiction.
You go
But-
without sleep, you be
But
fucking
you can
stressing.
break. I think it's the easiest one to fucking break away from
Yeah.
and quit. Compared to like alcohol or hard drugs or anything like that, those are a little tougher. But I
Yeah.
think weed, there's definitely a level of addiction, for sure. Just like anything, like Advil, anything, any medical thing, you can get addicted to that shit too. So for people to say you can't,
People are
get
addicted to coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Have you
people to
seen
say
the
that shit don't
lines
make
of
no sense.
Dunkin' Donuts and a fucking Starbucks and stuff in the middle of 21st Street? People almost getting in wrecks for coffee.
They be poking out
It
the
ain't that
goddamn road.
good.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
It's not that good.
I mean, I like the coffee, but I hate the fact that people
If you have to
be
do that-
willing to park out in the fucking road just so they can go in this.
It doesn't make any sense.
Bro, if it's part of your
So
daily, just get a
fucking-
Keurig.
Exactly, because you're gonna get up earlier to wait in line for fucking 20, 30 minutes just to get coffee.
And people used to not do Keurigs because they weren't recyclable. They are now. So switch it up. Get your ass out of traffic. I gotta drive.
Hey man, quick
Bitch.
a quick shout out to Chris, man. He's about to jump into the medical marijuana field, and shout out to 6 years, man, at his last gig, man. That's big, man.
R.I.P. the old career.
Yes, sir. New beginnings.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
New
Congratulations.
beginnings, man. Hell
Appreciate
yeah.
y'all, man.
Why you jumping into the field, man? What's your motivation?
Man, shit, for real. Being from Kansas, it just seems like, you know, something that you would never be able to do. You know what I mean? You visit places, you know, Colorado, California, stuff like that, and you go into these dispensaries and stuff like that. And, you know, like I said, being from where we from, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's always such a illegal thing. You get in trouble. You know, you got to hide it like you was talking about, sweep it under the rug. So, you know, it to me, it's intriguing to be able to do it legally, be able to dive into it, just the different, you know, levels of it and shit like that.
Yeah.
And to see exactly how it does help on the medical side, because, you know, shit, I'm a pothead. You know, I'm just smoking and shit, you know, bullshit and recreational with my homies and shit like that. But, you know, there is a whole different side to this that really helps people and, you know, is beneficial to people.
Yeah, it's dope. Straight up.
Yep.
It's
So,
a,
yeah.
it's a beautiful thing, man. I applaud anybody getting into the business, man, because it's gonna be like more. It's more than getting high, and that's what some people don't understand. It's way more than getting high.
Yeah.
It's now time to break it down to like a science where if you have a sleep disorder, you can take this certain strain and it can help you in this way. We're trying to get
High
to that.
school, that was my
Yeah.
main use in high school. Insomniac like crazy. Like,
But
and
you got
even-
the other shit with it too, though. Like if you're smoking just a regular blunt, it's like maybe you have a little bit of the effect where it's like helping with your insomnia, but then you might get the paranoia, you might get the anxiety. But the further we go along, it's gonna be to the point where there's a strain where it's like I know this helps specifically
Yeah.
with my fucking sleep
And that's
disorder.
my intrigue to it. That's why, you know, I think that getting my foot into this door, I want to be able to know what each thing breaks down and how it breaks
what
down.
position
and
are
this,
you
this,
gonna
and
be like filling?
that. Oh, just simple in there.
Like bud tending?
Yep.
See, so as far as my current certifications, like I've got a lot of education outside of it and just experience from being around it. Like, you know, I've soaked up a game from a lot of different players and stuff. You know, seen a lot of crazy things, heard a lot of crazy different stories, and you know, so like I've always had that hunger for the culture. But then once it became legal, it just like completely changed it. Because I always grew up going to Colorado, and even before it was legal in Colorado, like even before it was like rumors, like it was different there. Like it wasn't shameful and stuff. Like you could just
Right.
feel it. Like growing up, going to Colorado is like a magical place. I went every
Yeah.
other summer for my
Yeah.
family reunions,
Mhm.
and every time about all right, I was like, I know what's about to go down. You know, we about
That's
to hit
what's up.
Colorado.
Yeah, yeah.
And now that the education and everything is like part of it, so I got out of a breakup, and like honestly, I got in some trouble in my early 20s. I caught a felony. You know, I'm a felony for marijuana.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to get employment, move around where I live and everything. So like when people talk about legalization and stuff, like it's pretty bittersweet for me because like, you know, I'm like inside a glass box.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else is like feeling all the joys and stuff, and like I'm waiting on the right legislation. Like, are you guys gonna clear up my record? Am I gonna be able to get a regular
That's what I was
job?
talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Is it gonna give me a boost in the you know, medical field or
Right.
the, you know, the recreational field, or is it gonna knock me down a peg because I have those charges?
Right.
So right now I'm just trying to boss up and, you know, get as much game and educate myself. So I did the Trichome Institute courses. I actually flew myself out after my breakup. I went out to California and went to the Emerald Cup, and it's just, you know, massive. It was dope. You know, this is like right before COVID hit, like the December before, and a massive festival. It's got food trucks. I think Flatbush Zombies performed.
Don't go there, Drew.
All these different geneticists,
Trip you
all
up.
these different geneticists, and you
Be in
know,
the crowd
all these
having a
different
seizure and shit.
all these different people that are making the strains that we smoke,
Yeah.
and you know, just connoisseurs. I met Tommy Chong.
That's dope.
I met
What's Tommy Chong smell like?
shit, man. Honestly, Tommy don't
He
really
said he
smoke
smells
like
shit,
that.
man.
There's so much weed in the air that day, like you couldn't smell. I was in the VIP tent, so like, you know, it's chiefed
I've
out in
always
there.
wondered if he just smells like marijuana.
Also met
I wouldn't doubt it.
Abdullah Seed. I hope I didn't fuck his name up because awesome dude.
He's definitely watching.
He's who knows, man. He's
One
the
day.
host of Bong Appetit on
Yeah,
Vice. But I got to chill and talk to him multiple times throughout the weekend, and he was a really nice dude.
That's what's up.
But you know, that really started like a new chapter in my life. It's like, okay, this isn't just some kind of pipe dream. I'm not just some kind of criminal. Like, you know, there is a career in this.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
I started
And
learning.
it's coming, man.
I started learning all kinds of crazy things. So like one of the first facts that it taught me is that so right now CBD is legal, right? You know, and then we also got like what's the new the Delta 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Delta, or is it the Delta 9? Yeah, Delta 8. So like Delta 8's fresh on the scene, Delta 10, and they're also like derivatives that are legal. But
What are these? Because are these drugs that I should be interested in?
It's like weed, but it's THC. It's a different THC.
But they're like,
Like
derived
THC.
from hemp, so like they're legal because they come in like legal version of the plant. But here's the thing:
Cannabinoids and shit.
so legally, the only type of weed that is federally illegal is cannabis sativa L. Cannabis sativa L is actually the hemp plant. Well, we just said hemp's legal, right?
Yeah.
So first off, that's all kind of fucked up. So, and then cannabis sativa, what we actually think is sativa, it's not. There's so many common misconceptions and everything. And like as legalization happens, I hope the laws change so that way the education can get better.
Yeah.
Because what you consider,
That's why laws aren't changing because they don't know shit.
yeah, because what you consider indica is actually cannabis indica because it's found in India. And then what you consider sativa is actually cannabis afghanica.
Yeah.
So like the nomenclature, all of it's just so jumbled up because prohibition, you know, people haven't been able to do studies. You know, we're just now starting to find out the full benefits of some of these compounds. And the fucked up thing is like places like Florida and some of these states, like people are getting excited about legalization. They're putting caps on THC percentages and stuff. So, you know, either like if you capped off a percentage on a concentrate, you can't really lower it down without putting cut in it. So like you're gonna put more stuff in it that you're
Yeah.
gonna inhale. So if they're really worried about your health, like why are you gonna put more cut in it?
Right.
It's just gonna make it less effective. So you have to buy more, or like, you know, you're
Fuck
either
the
gonna buy
government,
more. It's
man.
just not gonna be effective at
My
all.
excitement comes from being able to just grow it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I want to do.
Me
Like,
too.
I don't care about the stores because that's kind of like buying shit from Walmart.
Some
and the quick
states are
shop.
also banning that. Some states are also banning home grow.
See, that's that fucked up shit. I couldn't.
Yeah.
That
See,
that
people
right
need.
there is crazy.
Actually, a good Instagram page is the blacklist underscore XYZ. I think it is. Sometimes it doesn't. It's one of those Instagrams that doesn't really pop up if you don't get it exactly right. But it's a good cannabis news website. You know, there's not a lot of mainstream places that are going to be straightforward because, like, you know, everybody talks about fake news. Well, like, you know, there's not, like, a lot of straightforward stuff in the news about all this stuff. All the legislation, it's not geared for the people who have been in this, risking their lives, want to be a part of it. It's rigged for, you know, big companies to come in and swoop up these licenses and stuff.
Definitely.
So, you know,
But
but
what happened in Missouri?
it's happening in a lot of places, man.
It's sad.
And the thing is about it is that a lot of these companies are failing because they don't love the culture, they don't have the experience, and then you can't grow top shelf on massive scales without like intensive care. Like you can't put everything on autopilot. Like it needs the extra care and it needs the eyes on it.
Quality shit. Yeah.
You need to be checking your shit
And
all the
it's
time.
gonna turn into like every other fucking industry.
So they try to build these massive facilities, and then they just start pumping out a whole bunch of mids, bro.
Bullshit.
And then
Bunch
they
of mids,
then they
bro.
charge
Tyson chicken strips.
then they charge top shelf
You know what I'm saying?
price. So the black market is
Cook
actually
your own chicken.
thriving in a lot of these places that is being legalized because the taxes are so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you know, some of this top shelf shit, you are paying for certain prices for reasons, but there's a lot of shit that ain't worth the price tag because of hype, just taxes, regulations and stuff, because you know they're getting taxed for how much waste they put out. Then there's logging systems for this, and if they don't get it all booked in at a certain time, they get fined for that, but then the system will be down for like a week or two. Like these systems are so rigged to fail for the little guys. And yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
What do you think we should? What do you think the smaller guys should do going forward into the future?
You know, I'm not gonna advocate anything illegal, but like, you know, just know where you're spending your money. You know, don't go to these shops if you don't know who started the company. If you don't, you know, I paid for these classes that Trichome Institute. I think their base class is only a couple $100s. I mean, some people might not have a couple $100s to just throw around. But, you know, it taught me a lot of game about a lot of these different things, you know, what different terpenes do to people, you know, limonene, linalool. Like, linalool is going to be in a lot, like, that's really common in, like, your perp strains. And that's what makes you drowsy. And it smells like, you know, like lilac and lavender. And, you know, myrcene is in mangoes. And they actually say that if you eat mangoes while you smoke, it makes it more intense. But
I've heard that before.
But the thing is, my education has taught me that eating, it doesn't give the same effect. Ingesting weed actually, so when you smoke it, it turns to Delta 9 when you smoke it. When you eat it, it turns to 11-hydroxy THC.
That's what Joe Rogan's always saying.
So 11-hydroxy versus Delta 9 is very unstable. So like a big myth, I've got into it with a couple people online lately. You can like give one person a large dose that never takes edibles and like barely feel it. And then like, you know, give somebody else like 20 milligrams. And then, you know, that eats all or smokes all the time. And they're just like destroyed because it's really unstable. It goes through your liver, and then once it processes, your kick-in time, the strength, how long it lasts is really unpredictable versus like smoking.
For somebody who, I got some edibles right here. Like I've been taking edibles
Cheetos?
more lately, but like it's definitely a different effect. Like I would sit there and just get stuck body wise off some edibles. It's just like something I would take at nighttime, and it's just like I just feel just like relaxed as fuck. When it comes to weed, smoking weed, like this is when I smoke weed, I want to make some music. My mind starts like moving. When I watch like movies and shit, it starts hitting different. Yeah. So like I definitely feel different like effects from edibles.
Edibles are more body.
What's good,
Yeah.
Nobo?
That is one
Sam
thing that is
Nobo
for
in the
sure.
building.
Edibles are overwhelmingly more body for people. Some people might get a head high, but like It's really good for physical pain and stuff. You know, transdermal if you have like severe chronic pain. Not a lot of places carry them yet in like not established markets, but there is transdermal patches. So you can get a controlled dose through over an extended period of time. You know, that's for like strictly medical use.
Yeah. Super concentrated shit.
But you know, that kind of helps good segue with the edibles into one thing I want to talk about. It's a lot of cappery, like with legalization and everything.
A lot of Capadonna.
Man, so like, you know, I traveled out to California just for fun, and
Just for fun.
you know, just like when you're on vacation.
Fuck you.
I don't know, some people like to just go to like big main sites, but I like to drive around and just like, you know, see the city and stuff. And like we kind
Did
of
you go to the Watts?
the Watts.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the Watts is.
No, go ahead.
But
Drive around to the Watts or, you know what I'm saying, South Central.
shit, honestly, I don't even know where I was close to or this. I just roam, bro.
When I was in elementary school, they showed us a documentary on the Watts.
The Watts.
They was like, man, this is the hood of California.
We found like a little industrial area, like, you know, a bunch of little wholesale shops, and like we found one. I mean, actually, many of them that like, you know, before anyone around these parts was seeing like top shelf weed and like Mylar bags and jars and all this branded stuff. Like I was seeing the bootleg stuff in these
Mylar?
stores out there.
Mular?
Yeah, Mylar. It's that little like aluminum
it?
foil.
Mueller.
They print on it.
When was the last time you got some Mueller?
Mueller.
Some Mueller?
Yeah, some Mueller.
Yeah, when you tap that Mueller, bro.
This our new Urban Dictionary term is Mueller.
That Mueller poon.
It's slang for a poon, cooch box, vagina.
We're putting it in
Puss
there
wagon.
right now.
I just made a puss
This
wagon.
morning,
I've never said puss wagon.
I hit the Mueller this
Puss
morning.
wag.
Get some puss wagon.
But you know, all these
Alright.
pouches and all the everything, you know, you can buy not only all these stores, but you can buy it off Alibaba,
Some what?
all these
The
online
Mueller
stores.
pouch.
The Mueller pouch.
And if anybody thinks,
The Mueller pouch. That's like a pocket pussy.
All right. Sorry.
Bro.
y'all wild.
Yeah,
I'm out here. Zapped.
But like, you know, a lot of these people, they'll just buy a distillate, which is, you know, just purified. You know, it's concentrate.
Straight toips.
It's usually in like the 60 to 85 percentile range.
The Mueller terms.
And so, you know, they'll take this distillate and they'll make carts out of it, and they also make edibles and all kinds of other stuff. So, you know, they'll be like watering it down so much and adding terpenes to it where it's like the thickness does not mean nothing on your cart. The packaging does not mean nothing on your cart. If
Yeah,
you're smoking a cart in anywhere in even a legal state, if it ain't coming from the store, it's not the brand that you think it is. If it doesn't have a box, you're more like
So do you think most percentages are cappery too? Like you see a percentage
100%,
on a card
bro.
and shit?
You can't have like
Even in most like
so here's the
Colorado
math behind it.
dispensaries?
You can't have a fucking cart in the 90 percentile because like in the 90s, like even if
Are you talking about the shit that's just being passed around, right?
yeah,
Oh.
like
Or what if you just buy them in like a Colorado dispensary? Is that can our dispensary still
like
able
there
to
is
cap
like
too?
like there
But
is
would you?
No, this shit's got to be tested at a
like
dispensary.
distillate is too thick to be vaped at like those percentages, so you have to put cut in it to make it even vapable.
Yeah.
So and then
It's supposed to be crystal.
distillate
basically, right?
doesn't have any terpenes in it, so you have to re-add terpenes back in. So
distillate
that
white?
pushes your
Is distillate white?
Nah, it's anywhere from clear to amber yellow.
'Cause I
It's
know-
actually on
yeah,
a cat.
clear.
They rate it cat 1 through 4. Honestly, I don't know what
'Cause I've
is
seen
top
it.
and bottom because I don't have a lot of education on like concentrates. Like the Trichome Institute has like base level courses for a lot of stuff, but a lot of their more advanced classes are in person. And then also they're a young school, so they're actually launching more classes this year.
They're going to have to pay us, nigga, as much as you plugging them.
Hey man,
Shout out to them.
I mean, I met Max Montrose, the guy who met the class, another really cool cat, and you know, it really just like shifted my perspective on the whole thing because people should be educated. You know, it shouldn't be an illegal thing. Yeah, there's just so much that goes into it, and like people should know what they're ingesting because you know there's people have to know what's in their food and this and that. You're smoking this stuff, and no matter what you're doing with
Oh my
smoke,
god, I'm smoking it.
But you know, no matter what you're smoking, it's hot air,
What
bro.
is this shit, dude?
Whoa.
What am I doing right now?
Man, look at you, man.
big old
You
Mueller.
failed. What
Look,
was
I
that?
look like a ghost.
Was it in like a pig or something? The drug. What was that drug campaign when we were in elementary school?
But like the
a
bear?
lion? No, it was a
It
lion.
was Dare.
Dare.
There, he was a lion. He failed.
We all failed.
Yeah. What do you mean, me, bro?
You-
You brought me here right
I didn't
now,
give a fuck
bro.
about it when I seen him. I was
This
like,
is
fuck
all
this
your
dude, man. What you
fault
trying to
right
show
now.
us? Fuck this lion,
Like,
bro.
all
I'm not
those-
gonna listen to him.
All those nerd ropes
My uncle
you
smoked
seeing,
weed and they're cool as
all
shit.
those
like the
candies like
t-shirt.
that.
Fuck this lion.
They'll just take
He's
distillate,
lying.
water it down with like Everclear until it's
Fuck
in a
that.
sprayable
Fuck
form. Spray it right over
There,
the
this
candy,
nigga that
slip it
tells me
into
how
bags from Alibaba.
Alibaba, yeah. That's
Shout out to Alibaba.
You never really
Hey,
know what you're getting
I'm not-
from there.
And the thing is, with like all these bootleg edibles and carts and everything, anything you're getting from the black market, people are like, "Well, is it real? Is crack cocaine real?"
Crack cocaine's
do
real,
you
brother.
do you trust their recipe? Do you trust your source?
Yeah.
There is no
Is
real.
anything real?
I mean,
you know
for real,
crack's
It's
real.
a simulation, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you tried it?
is it really good or is it
simulation?
really bad? Like, I
Crack.
mean,
Hey, shout out to the people who trying to sell 600 milligram nerds ropes. Fuck y'all.
Man.
Can't stand y'all fucking
hey,
frauds.
some of those are strong. Like, and people are even whipping up the candy and then covering in nerds. Like, if they're really doing it right, like they're whipping up the gel and
Yeah.
then they're fucking like actually making nerd ropes and just instead of just spraying them down. But they are not whatever milligram they say they are. They might slap, and
600
they might,
would kill you, right?
and they might be worth the money sometimes, but they are not
You
what
would
they say they
Feel
are.
very uncomfortable.
You would
And
be out there.
I hope I'm not hurting any trappers' feelings. But like,
You gotta stop lying to us, man.
people are not stupid. We've got the internet, and then like it's getting to the
We
point
got
where
the
like people,
Trichome Institution.
like a
Outside of like cookies and brownies, don't buy no fucking like.
Oh yeah,
That's how I
I was
feel.
gonna ask you, how was your cookies visit in Oklahoma? Was that worth the hype?
I didn't go to cookies in Oklahoma.
You didn't?
That was G baby.
so my
I
experience.
wonder how his was.
I
I thought you
people,
went with him.
I have
I went
people
to
asking
cookies
about
in California.
cookies.
That's what
Oh,
you're
that's
talking
right.
about.
Well,
I
how
wa-
was that hype then?
I know
Amazing.
one girl that's like a big stoner and like she likes Top Shelf and everything, but she's like, I don't get the cookies, and it's like, to get the cookies hype, you've got to go to like the main stores in LA and stuff because they have specific growers that are growing their main strains and everything. Like that's a big thing in the industry.
Yeah.
A lot of these places, they'll white label other people's product. They'll have other people grow it
Just
and then
get
they'll
clones
slap
and
their
shit.
name on it. But you know, it's when you grow one strain in a different environment, it can turn out completely different. It can look different. Its chemical profile is going to be different. And if its chemical profile is different, then it's going to give you a different high. So, like, debatably, is it even the same strain anymore? If it doesn't
Yeah.
give you the same high, it doesn't look
growing
the
different.
same.
It's different.
It's a nature versus nurture thing. Like you can give the same genetics and like if you gotta have the full recipe, you know, the whole environment, what you were feeding
Yeah.
it, how you were fucking training it. There's a lot that goes into that.
But
people don't
indoors,
realize.
what
It's
cuts
just like
cuts a lot of
tomatoes.
that out. Cuts a lot of the.
It makes it controllable, but
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
it's a
The
crazy
uncontrollable.
amount of
Indoor
work.
is like the more Cali type weed, right?
I mean,
Well, no, man, you can grow indoor anywhere.
I know,
but
but, like,
Cali is growing outdoor. A lot of people
They're
have.
mostly outdoor.
I would say so, but I mean they have indoor too. I
So
would say
Pacific
that-
Northwest, they got the climate where they can grow outdoor year round. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know, they have greenhouses and stuff. It never gets too cold. They have plenty of like water that they can tap into.
So
for
Colorado
farms.
grows indoor.
For the most part, it's too dry. Their season's really short.
So why
their
does
weather's
their
unstable.
shit? Why does their shit taste more dry and like earthy compared
Yeah.
to Cali
Bro,
shit?
I think it has something to do with just the elevation, because
Maybe.
like even if you do it indoor, like I've even had like good Top Shelf that was indoor in Colorado, and like you can control the humidity and everything, but I don't know, it just doesn't have the same resin production or something. I don't know.
That is true.
California, they've been medical since I believe '96.
Long time.
So you know they had a long
Experience.
time
They're
to
the
get a lot
first,
of
right?
people gamed up,
Mm-hmm.
and
Experience.
Yeah,
They're
that's
the
what
first, right?
I don't like Colorado weed.
I don't
That's
either.
what I'm getting at.
It's too dry.
I don't
for
like
me.
how there's such a big difference.
water sources
Why is there
too.
such a
That's
big
big.
It's too
difference?
dry.
Water sources
Like,
is big.
turns into
Michigan,
dust.
Michigan, I've
Yeah.
heard has really fire bud because they got limestone in their water, and you need to have good alkalinity in your water for your
I
fucking
like
plants.
Washington.
That's got lead in their
Washington
water.
If
State.
you don't have good
That's no
alkalinity, your
shit, so-
pH drifts, and pH is really important to plants.
I wonder how Missouri is going to be.
I've
mean-
heard they're about to loosen up regulations.
I feel like we're supposed to
I'm
be
just
the-
talking about. I wonder how the weed that's growing in Missouri is going.
First
be.
batches
Depends
look.
on if you're good at growing weed.
Well, you know,
Aren't
well,
people
well,
good at growing shit around here?
Well, that's what we're talking about.
We're
People,
like
I
tomatoes,
assume
bro.
that the
We're the
motherfuckers that are growing in Colorado that are selling to the dispensaries are seasoned.
So the thing is,
But he was talking about
There's so
different
many of
elements
them.
change different things.
There's a lot of people that can grow mids, bro,
so I read a lot about the laws
We
and
talking
stuff
about the
too.
top shelf was even.
So-
Mids is gonna be the shit that sells though.
and it is.
That's
like,
what I'm
it's-
saying. It's going
anybody
to
can grow
eventually
that
like
shit. That's how easy it
Budweiser.
is.
Budweiser
Yeah,
is
there's
mid
auto
compared
flowers
to all
and
the
shit
rest
like
of
that
the
and-
beers out there. It's mid, but it's consistent.
Shout
mid.
out Mid Budweiser.
You know what I'm saying? And it might be over mid. It might be like a Kush that just is like, you know. And same with McDonald's. Like it's a burger, and it's always consistent. You're always gonna get the same thing, but you've had so many other burgers. You can whip up a burger better than McDonald's right now.
There's a big difference. There's a big difference from outdoor grown weed and indoor grown
Yeah.
weed. A
Definitely.
lot of the shit that goes around here that people call Kush is outdoor grown, like good
Coming from the West
Cali
Coast.
outdoor
Greenhouse. Yeah.
Has to.
grown weed. Now those are depths.
Yep.
That's
Light
the-
depths.
that's the climate.
Yeah. Now light depths are even better than just outdoor grown weed.
And light.
Because you can control it just a
Depths.
little bit more. It's like a step up, almost closer to the indoor shit. But
There's
the
some
indoor
good outdoor
ultimately is
Oregon
going to be
shit,
the
too.
fire shit.
And DEPS is actually short for light deprivation. That's when you have
Mm-hmm.
in a greenhouse and you pull tarps over it because
Yeah.
you gotta. Plants go to the flower cycle when you cut them from like 16 hours of light a day down to 12. So when you pull those tarps over it, then it deprives them of light. Hence the name DEPS.
Tarps and terps.
Like
They can
deprivation.
squeeze out 3-4 crops in 1 year out of doing it that way versus even more if they got some good strains that grow really quick and mature quick and the weather just happens to be really prime. But here in Kansas, our weather's too unstable. We got too many bugs. Like
Yeah.
outdoors not really going to be an option if Kansas ever
Yeah.
goes with it. Like maybe for hemp farming because you're just going to use it for textile and fiber and stuff like
Not for
that.
the good shit.
Yeah, and you're just gonna process it like CBD or anything. It's all gonna get processed some way.
It's just like growing a garden. You only have a certain amount of time to do it.
So tell me if this is false or not. I heard that like when you're making edibles,
False.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't like matter a lot, like the difference in quality of weed.
False.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because I
'Cause
heard
the
that,
higher
and
quality-
I thought it was false.
have
too.
to-
So
false, yeah.
with the material you're working with, you're always gonna want more trichomes. And just because you have more trichomes doesn't necessarily mean you have more active ingredient. You can have empty trichomes.
Yeah. What makes the most THCA?
So
Just using some wax.
THC. And the thing is, everybody wants really high THC percentages. Like people want in like the 100th percentile, but actually pure THCA can actually give you a really racy, kind of anxious high. You need the terpenes to balance it out. It's called the entourage effect. So like that's what gives it actual indica and sativa highs, because there's no true thing as an indica and sativa. Everything's been so hybridized. Like I said at the
Yeah.
beginning of all this, the whole
Everybody's
fucking
always
names are
crossing
fucking
shit.
switched up anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So they're actually trying to switch it to narrow to broadleaf spectrum. Like
Yeah.
everything in this class is more or less like in a spectrum or like in a scale, just because it's all over the place at this point. There's no pure strains. Like it's really hard to have land raised strains these days because things get mixed together and people grow one field next to another and then it fucking pollinates when it blows.
What would you tell a person who's been anti-weed their whole life to kind of like open their mind?
I couldn't tell them anything until I asked them a couple questions. I'd have to ask them why they're anti-weed. Like some people just grew up in like a
Be the anti-weed person.
It makes you lazy.
just you're a priority lazy before. It's kind of like alcohol, man. In my opinion,
Ask him if he drinks alcohol.
like if somebody goes out and like
director.
beats their girlfriend
role
and
play
or
this.
cheats on her or something when they drink, like is it the alcohol's fault or is it your fucking character coming out?
It's because your dad beat you as a kid.
Like, if you're smoking and you're a motivated person, it doesn't kill my drive. I smoke like a fucking chimney, and I have I'm not going to say I have the hardest work ethic, but, I've been told, like, I'm a hard worker. I stay at it when people don't tell me to. And that's like, some people do just smoke and, like, float around. But there's nothing wrong with, like, smoking and laying back. That's what it's for. For me,
you need therapy. Weed is a band-aid.
dog,
You're
I'm in
not
therapy.
saying anything that makes any sense to me.
What? It's a band-aid.
How do you feel
Can't
about
you
the
just
Band-Aid?
stop smoking
It's a
weed?
Band-Aid.
Why do you like smoking weed so much?
Man, well, it helps my stomach, so like
Can't you just take a Tums?
Man, I wish I could.
This nigga's stupid.
Yeah, I did a lot of different stuff, and honestly, like CBD becoming legal was like a godsend.
You ain't gotta answer this nigga.
You been smoking hella CBD?
Nah, I don't smoke it. I take
Or the tincture?
I take the tincture, and I put it in water.
Help for
But it helps
sleeping
my
and stuff?
It's not for
Oh, your
everybody.
stomach.
Like I don't push it on anybody. Like
It turns you to a serial killer.
all right, reefer madness.
Reefer madness.
It's just like
Didn't they like kill a monkey or some shit like
I
that?
don't think the
at
people
one
who-
point,
I never seen
and they try
that
to use
shit.
the stats. They fucking put a bunch of smoke into a monkey, and he just lost all oxygen. And they try to say that weed can kill you or it kills brain cells, but they just killed his brain cells because he couldn't breathe.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so fucked
I don't know. I feel like
Propaganda is a motherfucker.
people who
So
are that
sad.
extreme, I don't think they're really ever gonna be like flipped. And I'm not like
That was a
trying to-
long time ago. That was a long time ago, though.
I know. I'm just speaking in general. I feel like people who are on that extreme fence that like have like a point, like a counterpoint to everything you have to say about it, like they ain't gonna try it. Like
Yeah.
people have tried to get me to try DMT, and like
Let's do
I'm
it.
just like, nah, I'm good. It's
got some in my pocket, bro.
nah, it's not for me, bro.
Pull it out.
I've done a little bit too much of hallucinogens in the past, and like I ate 10 grams of shrooms, and it kind of took me to a weird place for a couple months, and like every time that I did it before, that was like a cleanse, and
You
it
took
was like
10 grams at once.
yes, sir.
All right, let's not speed past it. Let's not speed past it. Let's talk about that a little bit.
It's a good story.
When it kicked in, how was it different from any
How
other
big was
experience from when you
Madonna's
did
tits when it kicked
did shrooms?
Honestly, I was pretty mentally intact for the most part, but like, I don't know. It was almost like an outer body experience, but like I felt like I understood things that I don't normally understand. Like I did have some bad moments in that whole trip, but like generally speaking, I was sitting there thinking about the universe just, I don't know. It was different than any other time. It wasn't for pleasure at all. Like I didn't get much pleasure out of that night, but
Oh, yeah.
it was an eye opener for sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't usually enjoy tripping for a long time.
Oh, I thought I was dead for a second.
Yeah.
I asked my friend, I was like,
Similar
I figured it out. He's like, what'd you
Fashion.
figure out, man? I was like, I'm dead. He's like, nah, man. I was like, bet. All right, cool. Then like 10 minutes later, I look over and I was like, I figured it out. He's like, what you got now? I'm like sitting like crisscross. I was
got
like,
now?
my legs are broken. He's like, nah, man. He's like, you're just sitting all funny. I'm like, all right, cool. In the back of my head, I'm like, oh no, man.
Yeah.
You know how
Pretty
Trust
much
this
just
nigga,
broken.
line
bro.
of sight be a little bit
nigga
messed
crazy.
up. Things be a little.
Yeah.
I felt
wavy.
like I felt like I died off LSD, man. I already had talked about it before, so I don't want to dive into it. But I had that similar experience.
I don't like the ego death of it anymore. Like I don't need that. Like I feel like
Feel
it's
good. You're in a good state of mind, so you don't need to fucking have
Exactly.
I
it altered.
already know I'm a piece of shit. I don't need this fucking weird little thing to tell
like
me.
I try to check myself on a regular basis. Like I don't feel like I need the flush. I had actually did it on Christmas Eve just recently, but like I only did like a gram, and that was the first time I've enjoyed it for years.
I got a new theory about death to hit y'all with.
Let's go.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
I'm
Cali
saying.
legalizing all that shit. It's wild. Or
Shout out to
decriminalizing
Cali
it.
legalizing death.
That's been legal in Cali, bro. People be wilding.
Imagine
I'll be there on Wednesday.
you die. Have you ever had you might have a close to, what is it, near-death experience?
So
Imagine you actually die during that or whatever, but it doesn't happen to you, and you die. But
Doesn't happen to
when
you,
you
but you
die, you
Yeah, I don't
you
get that.
continue to live out your life.
Yeah,
What we doing? What we doing? Well, hold on.
Say
So,
you
bro,
you
your
you
homies next to you dead? Like,
no, you get, it's a near-death experience.
What the fuck?
It's a near-death experience, and say you die, right?
Ooh, you crazy motherfucker.
And you die, but you continue your life. And
Oh, I see.
And it all continues in your mind.
Okay.
So you get to live out your life no matter what. But you could have died maybe when you were 13. You could have died when you were
I think
27.
that's the whole like string theory type thing. It's like every dimension's connected and every single thing happens.
that's why I started getting into when I was tripping
that
with string
shit.
theory, bro. Because I understand how like
String theory.
when you break molecules down to the most basic level, the
it up.
tiniest little part that you can look at, everything's just a little fucking dot moving in a different pattern, at a different speed, vibrating at a different frequency. That's what everything's made of. So when you break it down to that, you can literally, if you could physically break it down to that, you could make anything. So like, yeah, that's string theory, that everything's made of the same thing. You know, it's just like,
Everything's a molecule and can be.
we all just vibrations, and it's all just.
That's kind of like,
So
I
we
don't
should
know.
be able to shape shift.
It's all that's what I think about death. It's all connected because like
good weed,
even
huh?
with ghosts, and shit, even with ghosts, like they can see us and we can't see them, but kind of like.
Are they ghosts though?
I think
See,
whatever we perceive as
Are they
ghosts.
ghosts though? Like they probably just hear like.
I got a question. Do you think that
Go ahead,
stoners
Dan.
are just conspiracists, or like just are more open-minded to topics like
Open-minded.
this?
It's open-minded.
Open-minded.
It's open-mindedness, 100%.
Conversation.
I hate when people say stoners are fucking idiots for thinking like this, because that's what
They're
That's-
shifting channels.
that's where you figure things out.
They're tuners.
And you could be wrong. Like, I don't give a fuck if I'm wrong 90% of the time.
Bro. They
If
tune
I'm right
different
10% of the time,
Especially,
shit, I
like,
figure some
off
shit out, man.
Do you know how many failed experiment scientists have before they figured out the fucking
I'm
shit that wins them the
saying.
Nobel Prize?
So
Saying.
man,
You gotta throw shit out there.
They get dough.
Yeah,
and
bro.
They put in books.
They thought they're crazy before. Like most like smart people are like, you know, they're crazy before they're like revered.
It's gotta be crazy, because if it's normal, then it's
Inside
it's
the
common,
box.
It's
yeah.
common knowledge, and that shit doesn't change anything.
They're having a rave downstairs.
Hell yeah. You guys ever rave back in the day?
I went to one
A
rave.
few raves.
It was a phase of mine. I got some homies that DJ and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna like talk shit, but like it's hard for me
Did
to.
you have glow sticks, and did you paint
Nah,
yourself?
I was not one of those guys.
Okay.
But I was on things that I don't do anymore that made me contort my face. I was not fun. I was weird.
Last year.
Man, nah, my body couldn't hang no more. I was young. Yeah, actually, the first time I got roadhead was on way back from a rave.
Let's go.
In the back of my homie.
Shout out to
Monty-
Roadhead, y'all.
Shout out to homie
Roadhead.
Nate.
Wait, whoa, whoa.
No, it was his Monte Carlo. I was in the back.
Whoa.
Bro, I did not have my own car. If that wouldn't have happened,
Oh, he picked you up.
bro, me,
Shout out to Nate, man.
me,
Give
Nate,
that
the
good
homie
hand.
Beetle, and my girlfriend at the time.
With that sloppy head of
We're
salvation.
riding back from the show.
He plugged the girlfriend at the time.
Oh,
Well,
That's
I had a
cracked me up.
jacket. You know how Monte Carlo's the seat's like a little bucket in the back. So I just held up my jacket.
okay.
Don't act like
And
you
Nate
weren't
did his
young.
thing.
Was it Nate or not that gave you head?
No, it was my girlfriend at the time.
Okay. All right.
Nate did his thing.
I'm not
Nate.
that fucking weird, man. I'd have to ask Nate at his
Nate was all
discretion.
like,
Jesus
don't
Christ.
shut that man up like that, man. Don't do that.
Nah, but those shows are a lot of fun. If you're open-minded and you like dancing and stuff,
Yeah. Looking at
the
booty.
drugs help.
Yeah.
I will say the
See, I
drugs
feel
help.
like
No,
drugs
man,
wouldn't
it was
help.
my girlfriend.
What you do? What drugs are definitely
I
helping.
would not.
us.
I don't like being around a bunch of people off hella like
You do on drugs.
drugs. That's not how I've tried it. I can't do it.
Like,
Have you ever tripped at a show or anything?
no, not trip, ecstasy, bro.
When I was tripping, I wish
Yeah,
I would have
Molly
been
and
at a
shit.
show.
Yeah, roll.
I've been like,
Makes
man,
you the
I've been
friendliest
vibing,
person in
bro.
the world.
No, because
And then you're depressed the next day.
Man.
Like
So
fucking,
horrible.
we're all aliens.
I used to listen to a lot of Mac Dre, so a lot of people I grew up with were Thiz heads. Yay!
Shout out to Thiz Heads, man.
No, not shout out to Thiz heads. Like shout out to Thiz like music, Bay Area, but not Thiz heads, bro. That eats holes in your brain.
Okay. Yeah,
Literally
okay.
causes bleeding on the brain. That's why I endorse weed so much because it's crazy they put caps on milligrams, how much you can buy at a time. You can't grow it at home and everything. But like they have no statistics to show that it's gonna be harmful. Like it's gonna get in kids' hands. Anything can get into kids' hands. You can go into a whole buy
An
up the whole
8-year-old's
liquor
hands.
store, give it to a small town, kill everybody with alcohol poisoning, but that's legal. But you can't go and buy more than an ounce of weed and smoke down with the homies. Like what? Like, ain't nobody gonna get hurt, and it's like all about consent. Like, what about guns in the house? Like, are you saying that
bro.
my weed
You're
is
gonna
more
smoke
dangerous
weed.
than the gun that you're not keeping away from your kids?
Right now.
That's more
You
parenting
see
than
that,
it is a fucking weed issue in my parent.
Harold and Kumar.
No, just like, they always try to use kids as like the leverage for like a lot of these new laws, like, oh, this and that. It's like kids can get their hands on anything. I used to be stealing my parents' liquor when they hit it.
Allegedly.
They got really good at hiding it, and I got really good at finding it.
Shit, I'm not gonna hide.
Like, what were they gonna do?
I'm not
Like,
about to
hide
hide
it,
shit from my
put their
kids.
bottles in the
I'm gonna be
neighbor's
drinking
crib?
it all. I just be grabbing shit and I be like day to day.
The harder you try to
If
keep
if I grabbed a whole fucking bar full of liquor, bro,
Yeah.
I don't know what would happen.
You just drink it all.
I would probably get alcohol poisoning,
drink
man.
it
I
all.
got the I be sipping too easy. It's just too it's just too easy for me.
Yeah.
So I just I try to keep it like
I couldn't have a cat.
I used to be bad with the
Yeah.
bottle, man. Like when I was like coming out of high school, like early 20s, like I could kill a liter in a night, and I did a lot of stupid shit. I regret it, you know.
yeah, that same here.
Drunk
bro.
text. I'm ashamed to admit I hopped in the car.
You can't regret the drunk text.
They were bad, bro. They were bad.
Alcohol is a
Still think about
motherfucker, man, and I think it's
Yeah, bro. Like I still
crazy
like
how that
drinking,
shit's like so mainstream.
but like, you know, I got stomach issues now, and still it's like,
Yeah.
man,
A lot of stupid shit on alcohol.
a lot of people die.
I'm older. I can black out off a lot less. I can smoke a lot more now, and nothing bad happens. The worst thing happens, I wake up, you know, eat some stuff in the fridge, get a stomach ache. But you know, I always got a stomach ache. I got IBS, so you know.
This is a question I've always had, man. They say alcohol, when you're off alcohol, it's your true self. Do y'all
I don't
agree
believe
or
that.
disagree
Nah.
with that?
Veritas.
Hmm?
It's Latin. In vino veritas.
That's the same.
Within the wine comes the truth.
Hmm.
I don't believe that.
It brings out your
Where,
demons.
where does that
sure.
come from?
I wouldn't say the truth.
It's Latin?
Latin. In vinos veritas. So, like,
That's
if you
Vinos
get
Veritas?
somebody on some wine, they're going to tell you everything. For the reason is because they're joyous. Their inner spirit is more consenting.
Hmm.
They're
Yeah.
willing to
Shit.
share with you.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Makes sense.
like there's no such thing as a truth serum. If you really want the truth, you get somebody fucking twisted.
But what I
You
do
get
say,
easy.
to
Yeah.
kind of combat that is
I just get
if
mad.
if the mental, physical, and spirit is all connected, off rip when you're drunk, your physical's fucked up.
Yeah.
You're
And
not
your-
you're
and
not
your
at,
mental.
you're not at the top
Your
of
mental
your
and your
game. You
physical.
can't go run and you can't go fight nobody to the best of your abilities.
So I would argue that with saying you're debilitated, right?
So wouldn't your mental be
you're
debilitated too?
integrated,
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm
you're
saying.
Debilitated from actually combating, expressing your true self. You're willing,
Mhm.
like you're already submitting. Once you introduce something foreign to your body, liquor, weed, whatever the fuck it is, you're already saying I'm willing to commit whatever
It's like
the
a
fuck
quick.
happens
It's like a
after
quick armor or
Mhm.
some
this.
shit.
You're disarmoring yourself. So
Yeah, I see that too. Yeah.
so
I don't know.
yeah.
But
I don't think it's bring out your true self
I don't
because
say true self, but I'm saying you're naked.
it brings out
You're
your.
naked after
I think it
Yeah.
brings out more your demons because, like, you
Yeah.
know, I feel true shame for some of the things I've done while I've drank, and like not even like felt ashamed, but like, you know, talking to somebody about like doing a song with them or like talking business with them, and then like if I'm sober, I think they're like a joke, and then like I sober up, I'm like, my true self would not do business with this person. Like, you know, like yeah, you're not 100 when you're drinking. Does it bring out some other sides of you that you may hide when you're sober? 100%.
Hmm.
So that's a measure on character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you're like 100 on your character, if you're drunk or not, that's your true character coming out. Like you're
I ain't
twisted,
got
you're gonna
no
be honest with
demons.
somebody, right?
Yeah.
Got
But
dumb
if you're
demons.
a fake motherfucker, when you get drunk, you're gonna let out the truth that isn't what you already exposed. Like it fucking clears up.
It's just because you don't know how other people are gonna perceive you, and like, are they gonna really respect where you're coming from, type shit.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I hide shit, but I hold back from saying shit because I don't want people to be like, oh, that was something stupid to say.
And the
or
fucked
something.
up thing about perception is like how many times where it's like you felt like shame because you've been like a smoker or something. Oh, I gotta hide this. I can't let people know this and that.
From
But then
some
like
people,
you went
yeah.
and did something wild, and people are like, oh, you were drunk. It's cool. Like society is just trained that like everything you do on alcohol is normalized. But then like cannabis still has like this taboo for some people that like it has like this.
Traditional people, really, like, you know what
I just feel like if
More
you haven't been
religious
exposed to
people
it,
and
like
shit,
if you had like a best friend and saw them smoke and then like talk to them and then like what's it like? Be like, well, I'm relaxed, you know. I kind of want to like listen to some music, maybe like something good, and they're like, "That's it."
Kinda
I'm like,
hungry.
"Yeah, that's it." They're like,
Yeah.
"You're not seeing like dragons and stuff." You're like,
I wish, bro.
LSD doesn't even do that, bro.
Yeah,
Like
nothing will make you see dragons.
People who have that perception of weed, I feel like they have just the biggest misconception of drugs. Because I started doing a lot of way too many things way too young, and I saw the good, bad, and ugly. And I tried drugs really young, and I don't do them anymore because I'm cool with smoking and then just drinking a little bit like to celebrate, or like a couple beers with dinner or something. Like there's good occasions to sip on, but it just ain't worth it for me no more.
Yeah, I be getting. I'm still in the phase where I be drinking way too much.
Me
man.
too.
Daily.
If I didn't have stomach issues,
too.
it would be a little
Daily.
different. I'd be a little bit more casual
Why do you think
with it.
that
but
is? Why do you drink a lot?
Man, it's a band-aid, and weed is not accessible right now with my budget to really be smoking like I need to smoke to really deal with like the other shit that I want to deal with. So I try to balance it out with alcohol.
I feel like
And-
once I do something, I want to do another thing, and then that makes me like, no matter what, if I push something too far, I'm like, okay, this isn't enough right now, so I need something.
alcohol
else.
is way more of a gateway.
So it's something like
for
that,
sure.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. It
You have,
definitely
you
is.
have your mixture.
And it has a lot to do with just
Like I might like
eating depression.
I like might
Exactly.
smoke like a blunt or something and be like, I'm not as high as I want to be.
Yeah.
But I've never been like, oh man, gotta get its last call. Like liquor stores are closed. Like I've never panicked because like I can't get weed. Like I've been stressed out, but like people be really stressed out when they can't get their like liquor fix if they're like be a regular
Yeah.
drinker.
That's me. I'll be there
If you plan on drinking.
at 10:55 sometimes. Like, yo, I gotta give me
It's
a
a last minute decision. How do you feel when you do that last minute decision? Do you
Was it like part of your routine to like go to bed at night or like?
Yeah, pretty much. Like if I don't drink, man, I won't be able to sleep. Like I'll just have to constantly be trying to like work on things. Just
I think
'cause-
that's common for young parents though. Like you
Yeah.
can't move around as
Well,
much
that
as you
was-
were right before the baby, so you got a little bit more energy
ever
to
tried
burn.
kratom?
it was before. It was even before.
A little bit more
having a kid.
stress.
It was before having the kid. Definitely. I just got into the routine of it.
Hey, have you ever tried kratom?
No.
I'm gonna give you some, bro.
He said don't.
Yeah, right.
Nah,
That shit.
I say
That
don't.
shit healed me.
Nah, I know a lot of people that had opiate addictions and then like they
yeah,
substitute.
Bro. And it
Yeah, but
helps
they
a lot.
Nah, bro. I see people eating like a crazy amount of kratom, and I don't care how natural something is. Your liver and your fucking
I mean, yeah, but
your
don't-
body can't
don't do
process that much. Tell that to addicts, bro. Addicts are addicts.
I know, but would you rather them take a crazy amount of heroin or oxy or a crazy amount of kratom?
100%. I'd rather take them the kratom, but I'd rather have
Exactly.
them 100%
Okay,
healthy
so-
and like. Man, like I'm
I just
like
need a pound
my
of,
friends.
I just need a pound of
My
weed.
friends aren't
For
just
real, I
friends.
don't
Like my
know.
friends are family. So like I want you to be around to see my kids grow up and
You're
everything.
not gonna die from
day.
kratom.
I'm
bro.
that friend that might tell you something you don't like to hear. Like I'm that way sometimes. So like I might tell you something like, oh fuck you, bro. But like in my head, I want you around, bro. Like I enjoy your company. I want to live a long, happy life together with you. Like I want to see achievements and stuff. Like I don't want to see you die at 35 from a heart attack because you just been, wiling out doing all this stuff. Like I've had a lot of friends be very rough.
Yeah,
I had a
don't
lot of friends that
understand
were
what
on
this has
meth
to do
growing
with
up, man.
kratom, though.
So, huh?
I don't understand what this has to do with kratom, though.
Because it's still rough on your body, man.
can't drink
Hardly, though.
Bro, everyone I've seen do it,
Exactly. You can't do it that way. You have to know what it is.
bro.
Use it like medicine.
You can hurt yourself drinking too much water. You can take too much
Exactly.
Tylenol, bro.
So use it as you need to.
People who want that, if you really want that like real opiate high, you're gonna take an insane amount of that chasing that, bro.
I'm just saying, don't do that. Why would you do that? I use it every night to sleep. I don't overdo it. I take what I need to. Like that's the only thing that's ever helped me sleep. Actually, drinking doesn't help you sleep. It knocks you out for a second, and then you wake up, and then you're just like, fuck, I can't go back to sleep.
It knocks my ass out every night. I'll be out of here.
Yeah, but I mean, kratom's the only thing that's.
But it's
helped me
not good sleep.
ever.
It's not quality sleep. It's not like it's same thing with weed. They argue.
It's like restless legs, all that shit, anxiety.
Well, they say smoking weed before you go to sleep is bad too.
Yeah, you can't reach REM.
Yeah.
Sativas, yes. Indicas, no.
No, they say all weed.
Knock you out.
They say all weed because
If you want
you won't get to REM sleep.
You go with fucking melatonin?
That shit didn't
It
work.
really
Highest
depends on.
dosage.
That
Highest
shit,
dosage you can find.
It depends on the
medicated, whatever.
person,
that shit
actually,
never worked for me, bro.
because
Nothing ever worked.
you know how they
I
say
believe
like,
it.
Other than kratom.
you know, Adderall might make somebody wired, while somebody else like that needs it makes them just like focused and chill. And while like allergy medicine might make somebody drowsy and some makes somebody wired, it's called the paradoxical effect. So it
Dude,
can have a different
Adderall's
effect on
fucking
different
meth.
people, huh?
Adderall's meth.
Yeah. And you know, I have to take Adderall because I have ADD, bro. I cannot get a single thing
Yeah.
done without it. And like I
That's
know,
way worse than kratom.
see, I feel we're on different sides of the fence. Like you know,
I think all.
it's a necessary evil in my life. Kratom might be a necessary evil in some people's life. Like it's a good alternative, but you know, it's like a spare tire, bro. You're not supposed to drive on it forever.
Yeah. So what do you
So I gotta fix my
What
spare
should we
tire.
do instead?
I gotta switch that shit.
smoke
Just
weed?
reminded
Weed's
me,
not good
matter
for
of
you either. Smoking weed's not good for you.
You can do edibles.
I go there.
Trans-
all the time.
That's still
Transdermals.
not good for you.
Actually, I go
either.
to the
Pills.
Mexican people down the street.
Oh,
What,
yeah.
what,
that's
what
not
if
arrows.
everybody was just
Fuck with
completely sober? You
I'm
think-
not saying people should be sober, man. I'm just talking about the long term.
I think
I don't
we
even
should,
like
though.
smoking all the time because I worry about my lungs. Like
Yeah.
I want to be able to, you know, my mom has COPD, so she, you know, hers isn't that advanced, but you know, I don't want to have to worry about that when I'm her age. So
Too much of anything will hurt you, man. So use what you can in a knowledgeable amount.
100%.
This is I wasn't thinking about this segue, just for the record, but I didn't want to go through these episodes without mentioning, man. RIP to DMX, man. At first, man, when he,
R.I.P. the Dark Man.
yeah, for sure.
I feel like I could do it, but I want my voice crack. It's like 50-50 doing like fucking any of his ad libs.
Yeah. At first, man, when I heard the news, man, of him having a heart attack or overdosing and having a heart attack, I didn't realize how young he was, man.
50?
50 is mad young, man, and like I've always grown up hearing DMX, so like in my mind, and like I said in the group chat, like it affected me different because I'm not.
How
gonna
old's Jay-Z? Just in comparison, because you know
I
it's
don't
the
know.
same era.
50 something?
I don't know, but like I'm not gonna be the people to cap. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't hip to DMX growing up because I didn't come from that generation or whatever. So his music wasn't striking me the same. I went down a rabbit hole after this last week and listened to some music. Slipping, bro, made me shed a fucking tear, bro. Because the second verse, bro, spoke to my life directly. And I see exactly why he impacted people the way he impacted them. And it's a beautiful thing, bro. And like, and I don't care. Like, and it kind of makes me rethink my Nipsey Hussle opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I became more of a fan of DMX over this little stretch of time.
Sometimes that's what it takes, and I never hate on people for that because I did the same thing with Nipsey.
Did I miss the piece on Nipsey? What was that opinion on Nipsey?
I'm glad I
Yeah.
got to soak up Nipsey.
I don't wanna-
like
I don't wanna
beforehand.
reset.
What episode was
Hey,
that?
bro, I'm a Compton cat, so
you gotta
I know
watch the
everything from
episode,
early
bro.
60s to
3
early
episodes.
20s.
I gotta see him at
My
Bottleneck.
thing, just to
All the
sum my
downloads,
Nipsey
all
opinion up. My summary was like a lot of people are faking when it comes to being a big Nipsey fan. Before he died on SNL, there was Kenan Thompson, and you can look it up. They were just making fun of Nipsey Hussle, like saying they were naming like basically C-list celebrities, and they named Nipsey Hussle. The whole crowd laughed, cracked up. This was before he passed. Now he passes and he's a mainstream. Everybody loves him. Everybody's just, yeah, Nipsey. So I'm seeing through a lot of it.
Maybe it's
And-
just the crowd.
But that crowd now, you would probably ask them and they'd be like, yeah, Nipsey Hussle, that's a great rapper, blah,
Maybe
blah, blah.
I think it was just a name. Nobody.
Anybody
knew what the
heard
fuck it
who
was.
heard
They
early
laughed.
Drake
They
heard
laughed and they knew who
Nipsey
it
and they
was.
didn't realize it because
And if they're laughing,
his Nipsey was on one of Drake's first mixtapes.
was the song successful?
Killer?
Or Killer, yeah.
A lot of people, you know, that slept on, and you know, Nipsey was, I don't know. I fortunately got to start listening to him right when he dropped the Marathon. You know, I can't remember what year that was, but you know, I got to listen to him while he was releasing music, and I'm really salty that Victory Lap was the last one, because Victory Lap was actually supposed to be like the end of his
One of two.
mixtape trilogy.
It's supposed to be one.
And then he had so many leaks, and it got pushed back for like 2-3 years. So he did a couple side projects with people, and then I know what you mean with like a lot of people popping out the woodwork.
I hope they're living by what Nipsey's talking about. That's all I feel.
I'm glad that his word got out after he died, though, because like his music's the truth, and that's why I gravitated towards.
I hope it's not like a thing like
his-
I have a Crenshaw hoodie on,
his
so I'm
beat
gonna get more
choice-
likes than if I have a fucking Puma hoodie on.
Yep.
Like I hope that's not the
You
mind
like
state.
Puma, huh?
I fuck with Puma heavy.
Damn,
They
Puma.
you know who they signed.
It's
I like
crazy
their
how
shoes
these
a lot.
brands have reinvented
Cold
themselves and
World.
come back from like the 90s
Oh,
and
did
stuff.
Yeah, he's
Nice,
signed
nice.
with Puma.
Hey, again, the brand is on who wears it. Fuck the brand.
Yeah, I
Wear
you know.
your brand.
Mhm.
That's what it is.
I hope the intention is pure though. I hope
Can I
because
get a
because
free shirt, Drew?
because look, with the DMX shit, man. Like when the night before he passed, it was trending on Twitter that he died, and he didn't pass away yet. His organs were failing.
He was
And-
hospitalized.
But the thing is, like everybody's rushing to get likes, so it doesn't like it wouldn't blow me away to think that people are just being fans of an artist because it gets them more likes and it gets them more love. Like you're playing Nipsey Hussle when you're around people, but then you get to the crib and you're playing Katy Perry. I know that's real. I know that's happening.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I know it for a
When you
fact
pull up on somebody,
because
you
people are
choose a
scared to
song
play their real shit
Bro,
when
you
they're
think people
around.
really jamming Katy Perry?
100% people are playing like the vulnerable shit when they get to the
Oh,
crib
yeah,
that they're
she
not
got
playing when they're around their
billions of
friends.
streams, bro.
Yeah, but like I just hope it's pure.
Sound of the sound, bro.
Mhm.
Like honestly, you know, right now everybody's gonna rush like that DMX playlist on Spotify, Pandora, all that
As
shit
they
gonna
should.
blow up right now, and then give it 2 weeks, it'll be dead again. You know why? Because the only real motherfuckers that really listen to this shit will gonna keep that shit looping. Right now, it just made news, so everybody's wondering who that was.
People just and
Yeah, and it
also
sucks.
people that
It
don't
really sucks.
consistently listen, they
Yeah.
want to bring back some nostalgia.
And as artists, this is what it tells me. It's like timeless music is what you need to aim for. It's what you need to do. It's what you need to focus on. Fuck the trendy shit. Do what you love. Do what your character is telling you to do. Because when you die, that's what's gonna tell your story at the end. Like
Yeah.
your fame is really gonna come afterwards. Like if you're around the corner from fame,
Usually
you can
does.
bet that if you died tomorrow, you probably catch that fame that you was kind of dreaming about. And it's sad, but it's the reality of it. Like
Let's just plan our death and our fame.
The suckiest part is when
That's
they
all
sample
assist to
your
suicide.
shit,
I did.
and then they get famous after you die.
Little tie into the. I tried so hard to smoke with Nipsey. He back in the day he performed at the Bottleneck in Lawrence, and I actually got up into the green room. I was smoking with JL from B Hood at the time. You know, now he's just JL signed to Strange Music. But we were up there smoking and everything, and yeah, like Nipsey's crew came and cleared out the green room right before he came up. So yeah.
And then what happened?
Then we went then we
then
went the
what happened?
alleyway and enjoyed a dope ass show with a bunch of affiliated dudes. My
Hey, shout out.
my homie was so drunk, and I for sure thought he was gonna get his ass whipped because he's like moshing around with a bunch of OGs, and I'm just like, ooh, I was like, I was nervous, but they were all there for it was all love, it was a good vibe, like for real.
shout out to DMX, man. I don't know where we got with that, but yeah, shout out real artists, man. Even his interviews, I'd say people tap into those even more importantly than the music, because you might not fuck with the music, you might not fuck with the way he delivers his shit.
I want to see a full set from
And watch Cradle to the
Woodstock.
Grave.
Listen to him talk, man.
And Belly
Just not two.
and Exit Wound.
You seen that video of him in front of the crowd at Woodstock?
Oh, I just seen
It's
that.
like a quarter
pop up.
million people.
We was wearing that
You
red
can't even
jumpsuit
see
or
the
whatever.
edge of the crowd, bro.
Mm.
Like the amount of artists that will be able to do that in their lifetime, it's just not even ever gonna happen because festivals that big aren't even really allowed anymore. It's dangerous. It's crazy.
They'll be back though, I think.
Nah, bro. Like ever since like Woodstock '99.
Oh, not that big, but like the regular.
They're
shit
like,
that
this
we
is
was
a
at.
bad idea. Like people are getting trampled, ODs. You can't get
It's a horrible
medical
idea to have that many people.
Probably made
Yeah.
a lot of money though.
A lot of
DMX
babies.
was a legend though. I watched him on Dave
So what?
Chappelle growing up.
Some of those crowds looking back at some of those concerts and festivals were ridiculous.
Did you ever see him on Dave Chappelle?
Who?
DMX? Like all the
I
after
probably-
show
I've seen
performances?
damn near every episode, but I don't remember.
Bro,
all of
he
them.
did like a 3-4 songs. Like Dave was like, bro, he was just so jammed up. He just did like his whole set list just back to back to back. Like, I love that. Like that energy, because some artists, they like get on stage and they have to perform their couple songs. Like people who like that who just attack their music, you can
Yeah.
tell the difference.
He was passionate for sure,
Mhm.
and he was.
You don't
like,
yell like that for that long and not mean it.
No, it was coming. It was coming straight from the soul. But one thing about him, it was like he was able to show like the manly side of him. He was like a tough, aggressive dude, and the other side of him too.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of things. That's a lot of
He's
a lot of
human,
people.
man.
A lot of people avoid doing that though publicly. They act like they got it all together, and but people don't put themselves in the public eye to get made fun of. Like people, he was the crackhead. Everybody joked about him about being a fucking crackhead all the time, bro. I remember that. The bark, him being a dog. That's all they fucking talked about. You know what I'm saying? And he always just put himself out there to be his true self, and that's what a lot of people avoid. And like that is such a beautiful thing, bro. Like, and I think a lot of people are gonna kind of learn from him, and I hope it shakes the culture a little bit. You know, unfortunately, he had to pass for something like that to happen, but
Hopefully it
Shout out
saves
to-
some of these young rappers.
shout out to Dark Man X, man. But some of the young rappers, bro, they have that. I'm not even gonna front. It's some of the rappers like in my age group, like the young rappers. They be talking about their feelings. They be getting sensitive. They
Well, I'm just
air it
talking
all
about
out.
learning about, like his rough side,
Yeah,
that like you can have everything and still be hurting on the inside and like be looking for something more. So,
mhm.
like in my opinion, that's what makes real music that lasts, because you can make bangers. Bangers are cool. They come and go, but being transparent, those ballads and like, I can't relate to throwing money in the club and everything. Like at some points in your life you might be able to, but like even then those phases pass.
Yeah.
So to like
I want
have
to give my money to anybody.
to be like a true goat, I feel like goat's an overused term nowadays, but to be in that echelon of artists, you've got to be truly transparent, share your highs and your lows, and like,
You have to be transparent for sure. Like, it's so important, man. A lot of people be faking the funk.
on the Nasty dog.
Yes, sir.
Breaking in the fucking nasty dog. They breaking the funk on the nasty.
he had a really
dog.
nice track with Burner, like last year. I don't know, they probably recorded one the past 3 years. You know how dropping music is.
I went to a Burner concert, bro. That shit. It was Burner and Method Man.
I was
Redman.
there.
Yeah.
I dipped out. I had a headache. Smoked too many blunts. It's too smoky in there,
Dude,
bro.
when Burner came on, everybody
Throbbing
lit
headache.
up, bro.
I left during Method Man and Redman like 2 or 3 songs in, and
They were dope.
I'm so angry. I'll
Who's
probably
the
never
fuck?
have the chance to
Think
see them
Mick-
again.
Did you see Mick Jenkins? He played like 4 songs.
I've seen him before.
He
Was he at that show?
he was at yeah.
I don't know if we got there in time for him, but I've seen him before. He's dope.
Can't remember who else it was, but yeah, that was a dope show.
I've gotten to meet
was at the
several
Granada,
artists
man.
through smoking. I got to smoke with Alex Wiley.
Fuck him, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck him, bro.
yeah. Got interesting backstory about that, but like,
Yeah, fuck him.
you'd be surprised who you can meet by hey, want to smoke?
Yeah.
That's an
I have-
icebreaker for sure.
Made a lot of friends. Some of those people I don't fuck with anymore, but that's cool. It's all
How
life.
many people out of
Can't
100
smoke my
you
weed,
think,
bro. Nigga, you'll definitely get some friends doing that.
Yeah, facts. Or some people to run. Hey, no, because only 12%. Remember?
12%.
Yeah.
Surely gonna be,
7%?
I used to
Let
share a
those
lot
motherfuckers
more.
in there.
Then my tolerance
That's
went up,
crazy
and
to
then
think,
people
bro.
got
That's
weird
not
about
true.
germs. And
That's not a true stat.
I don't
You-
think it is either.
Okay.
It, I
As
like,
long as
like
you
I
admit
said, I think still 34 is too high. I'm gonna say 28%.
of people smoke or have smoked.
28%
Smoke
of
or have
adults
smoked?
in America from, what do you say, adult, 18 to 60?
Yeah. After like 60, they're not. Or they're still adults, but they're like.
I
They're
feel
old
like when you're
people.
younger,
They're geriatrics.
I feel like teenage to like early 20s, the percent's probably higher, but it's just like the usage level's lower.
Mm-hmm.
The
See, not even
the
adults then,
percentage
so
goes
go-
down as you
go
get older, but like
13
the
to-
usage goes way up.
Yeah. What shout outs y'all got, man? What you got on your mind, man?
You know, shout out to not trying to fucking live my life like I need to die soon. Really, honestly. Like I'm trying to finally get my shit together, and it feels good. So
Shout out to that,
even if
man.
it takes a 9 to 5. Shout out to 9 to 5s. Even if you're trying to live your dreams,
You gotta use them, man.
that's what you got to do sometimes.
Got to. Yeah, yeah.
Don't feel bad about that shit.
But just always be conscious about it, and you gotta be more like strict about like time management. 'Cause
You
it
got
could-
practice after practice.
It can blind you.
Yeah, gotta.
My homie told me something about Cali people. Like they'll have their main job, then they'll have like, you know, their dream career that they're working towards, and then they got their like fun money job. Like motherfuckers be grinding in Cali. It ain't cheap to live out there,
Oh no.
and everybody wants that status. So you know,
Shout out to Luther Vandross, man. Shout out to the GOAT.
The rap god.
Shout out to Mike Jones, man.
which one?
Mike Jones, the bail bondsman.
I was about to say like the homie that did like music and management.
Did y'all hear about that shit?
What?
Pretty ate up, bro.
Ooh, man.
What?
The bail bondsman Mike Jones from Topeka.
What happened?
I don't want to. Y'all ever heard of the Mike Jones bail bondsman
I think so.
story?
Big time. Bail
Cut up
bond?
his goddamn kid and shit. Or
Fed it
Oh
to
yeah,
pigs.
yeah,
and
yeah,
fed it to
yeah,
pigs.
yeah.
He ordered a grape slush for me when I worked at Sonic in high school.
He used to be like
Small
tricking
grape
off
slush.
people's girls
You
and stuff
gave
too to
him
getting out of
extra
jail
ice.
too.
No, listen.
Mike Jones was a bad man.
Listen. A grape slush,
A
small
real,
grape
real
slush,
Bad man.
is like $2. He paid with a 20. Skirted it off. I didn't even see it. I couldn't
pay
see
for
his face.
daycare anymore.
He passed me the money real quick, sped off, and he did that every single time. Like he would come there like probably like twice a week,
What's he doing with the
and we all
slushies,
knew.
bro?
We all knew when he pulled up. We like, yo, you gotta get that. You gotta get that. You gotta get that because you like
Why was he
scanned it.
buying $20 slushies?
He wouldn't want you to see his fucking face. I don't know what it was.
We'll give him $5, not 20.
He paid with a 20, and
That's even more suspicious.
hey, I'm just telling you the facts, man.
Fuck Mike Jones.
Yeah, he's in prison now. I mean,
Forever.
And what's his name? Danny.
Who?
The dude that punch your tooth out, bro.
nah, Danny's cool.
Fuck Danny.
I was
Punched
upset at
he
the time.
punched my
but
man in the face.
Danny, those are his feelings, Danny.
14 years heals the wound.
Everybody else is high and happy, Danny. I don't know
Shout
what's
out
wrong.
to all the
You need some
weed
you need some
advocates
Creighton in your life.
lobbying for better laws and
dose.
stuff because,
I already did, bro. I need more.
Okay.
you know, like it's gonna be an ongoing
About to
thing.
go bowling soon.
Like all these laws, especially in Kansas. If you're in Kansas, it's not looking too good.
About to say,
Get
how
out.
many
We
years?
gonna,
5 years?
Hey, we gonna get medical by the end of the year.
It's very questionable if we're
No.
gonna
No,
get
no,
medical.
sir. I'm
Here
in
we
that
go.
building every fucking day.
Hey,
Oh.
We
Shout
gonna
out.
get medical at the end of the fucking year.
let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you have to.
Get yourself a condition right
Yes, sir.
Avenue
Get yourself a
Lou
condition.
said it
I got
first.
You heard this podcast. I got like 20 already.
Avenue Lou.
I just hope
Avenue
anybody
Lou
that
said
wants a
it
job that's been risking their life can get a job in Kansas, but I find that highly unlikely with our legislators.
now. I'll bet your rap.
Legalization is not the end goal. People need to be able to get jobs without getting drug tested because you can show up without smoking. You can drink the night
that's
before.
different. That's different.
Let us smoke weed when we work.
I'm just
That's-
saying, man.
that's discipline. Like
We need to
Jobs are
smoke
still-
weed.
jobs are still gonna say, hey,
nigga's
you need to
crazy.
be functional to do this role. So it's in their right to still test you for that shit, but
What if you're more
you can
functional?
still
Test
fucking,
me.
you have the liberty
Hey.
When I'm
to
high.
still
I'm gonna
smoke
be
that shit
real.
if you want.
Do my
I've worked a
work
lot of
better.
fucking jobs, and 90% of the jobs, you don't gotta be functional.
Well, there you
Not
go.
that functional. Like I worked a lot of
Then it's
factory
up to
jobs,
them to
like
decide
entry
to
level,
say, hey, you don't
because
give
on the
a fuck
side,
with this
on the
motherfucker.
side, I just be doing like this
Just makes
creative
you
shit.
happier when you're high.
But like I was standing there and stacking loaves of bread for fucking hours at a factory. You don't gotta be
looking
functional.
like a bimbo.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's going to be really overregulated when
smacked.
the whole country goes legal, and we need
Bimbo
people who are
Bakery,
looking
shout
out
out.
for laws
Fucking
for regular
smacked.
consumption.
Shut up, bimbo baby.
Like it's not going to be like alcohol in Kansas ever.
It's called Beanbo.
Hey man, shout out to
Is it
That's what I was told.
bingo?
shout out to everybody chasing their dreams, man. Shout out to everybody waiting on the next stimulus check, man.
And if you got
Same
kids,
thing.
you still
Same
won't get
thing.
$250 a
Same
month.
thing.
Shout out to your 250. Shout out to your 250. I thought it was 300. I'm gonna have to talk to you about that after this.
Hold on, what
No,
now?
it's $250.
Okay. What
I've already
happened?
still
What
gonna
happened?
get taxed
What
on that.
happened? Oh, they taxing it?
Yeah, you gonna get taxed.
250.
Come on, I'm expecting 300.
250 for what?
I need my 300.
You want 300?
Oh, they always
I
going
need
to
my
get it back.
300.
300? You need to lighten up your skin.
I need a must.
Hold on, what are y'all talking about? Don't you
stimulus.
have some more kids?
Yeah.
You have to. You need
Isn't it for like groceries?
He said you have
I don't know. It's
No,
for,
it's
it's,
child,
You have
child
to.
care and living expenses.
Nice.
Per child.
Ain't that some
Supposedly,
shit?
yeah.
Well,
so I can't
Kids
spend it
don't
on an
use really-
ounce.
Huh?
I can't spend it on
You
an
can
ounce.
spend it however the fuck you want.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I'm
But
about
you
to
get
buy
it
an ounce.
credited.
You're getting audited.
That thing.
and then don't hide it from your kids.
All right. Hey, that's a wrap for this episode, man. Y'all be easy, man. I think this is episode like 30 something. I don't give a fuck.
About 30.
Shout out to Oski for
We'll
coming
need
through,
a
man.
part 2 because
Hey,
we got
man.
to rambling.
Oh man, that's what podcasts are.
There's
They-
gonna
we
be a
rambling.
whole lot more laws and
Shout out to everybody watching.
a lot
shout
more
out to everybody
education,
not
a lot of
watching.
cool stuff to talk about in the future.
Shout out to education, man. Shout out to Katy Perry.
Hit them books.
Trichomes.
Shout out to Zabuma Fu. We
Shout
talked
out
about
to-
him on this episode.
Shout out to the
man.
Muellers.
Don't be a
Yeah.
lazy stoner. You're making us look bad.
Yeah. Shout out to Lil Wayne's dreads, man. They hanging on for dear life. Shout out to fucking.
Shout out to Lil Wayne. He's
shout out to
hanging on
Weezy.
for dear life.
Yeah. Shout out to Ted Cruz, man. Shout out to.
Why are we
Water.
shouting out Ted Cruz?
Hey,
Hey,
you
might
don't
as well
question
shout out
it.
Mike Jones
Don't
again,
question
bro.
it. Shout out to.
All right,
yeah.
man.
Hey, shout out Batman, bro.
Yeah,
He was a
shout
good
out
dude.
Batman. Shout out the
Bruce
Joker.
Wayne.
Everybody, hey, that's a wrap for this episode, man. Y'all be easy. Stay safe, man.